Probably not. Oh, wait. Actually, you can. Hold on. Yo, yo, yo. Can you hear me? Wait. Probably not. Oh, okay. All right, I'm on. All right. So there's our. It's every single time. I gotta look over here now. I got a different camera. I got well, it's a laptop camera, a webcam. This is every time. What's up, everybody? South Osmoto. What's up, buddy? Oh my gosh, it is every single time. If I'm too loud, let me see. Let me see. Over here now. I got a different camera. Okay, I think it's good. All right, I'm gonna put this on mute. Every single time, I swear. But I appreciate y'all hanging out there. The back is a mess. Everything's a mess. I tried to I was rummaging through. I'll get to that later. But I was rummaging through my the man cave and the closet and all that stuff, trying to find one item. And I'll tell that story in a little bit. But awesome to be here under the technicalities here as usual. I don't know how, I literally had the camera the whole time, and then it's gone now. So now I'm using it is a camera, and my mic works, so I guess that's fine. Oh well. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to try to work through it a little bit. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but my camera right here, it was set up perfect, and I'm over here now, and it is what it is, I guess, at this point. So once every 3 weeks is not enough. Apparently, I need 1 more week to prepare. But like I said, it is what it is. We'll start this off. Start it off right with a little monster. We'll get into that a little bit too. Oh man. South Oz, I hope you're doing well. Everybody else in here, if anybody watches the playback, I hope everybody's doing well. So we're in August. I made a video. I'll get into it a little bit, but made a video about the weather and how everybody says how hot it is, and it's almost like they're caught off guard. But I'll tell you, I'm caught off guard by the weather we've had in August. It was 63 this morning when I got up to run an errand real quick around 7 o'clock. And not a lot of sleep today. So the monster is not for flavors. Keep me awake. Keep me going. Let me try to see if I can mess with this camera one more time. Probably not. Let's see if I hit that button. That's just wild that everything was going smooth. Yeah, I don't know. It's there. Have you tried unplugging it? Let me see. Let me see. It's my IT specialist over here. Plug it in and unplug it and plug it back in. See what happens. Alright, I reset it. Try that. Probably nothing. Yeah. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's pretty much every live stream. Lucky. How have you been, buddy? Alright, let's see. Camera's working. But I can't get it to go to OBS. I have no idea why. No idea. Let's try this. I wonder. Nope. Okay. It's gone. Webcam it is. Webcam with all the junk in the back. Yeah, so Lucky, while I got you on here, we got to plan our trip for real. So the weather's getting a lot better. We got new tires. Inspection is just gonna have to wait till another time. Inspection sticker, another day. But yeah, we got to plan our trip. So we'll start emailing back and forth when you've got some free time and all that good stuff. I'll show you my 5-day breaks. So I have to work on something there. Dog's older now. Dog's a year old. So now August 14th, I think it was. So Fallon, although she barked twice today, I guess we had some packages dropped off. If your house is anything like mine, anybody's, my wife orders on Amazon. Really good deals, cheap deals. She got a sewing machine for $12. I was like, what? I was like, it's like as big as my hand. I was like, all right, well, have fun with that. But we also returned a lot of stuff. We, as in me and her. Hey, come with me. Come return this with me real quick. No, she's funny. Rascal, what's up, buddy? I really enjoyed your. I watched the playback. Obviously, I wrote some comments on that. That was really fun time, and it was like the worst timing to. You were getting into some stuff, and then a family came home. But that's a good problem to have, a family coming home. Day 5 of 10, nice, right in the middle of it. So hopefully you're getting a lot of riding done. Lucky, getting a lot of riding done, and getting good weather. I mean, you're pretty close to where I am, so yeah, you're getting some good weather. That's what I was talking about. It's super nice. The weather's out there. The weather out there is super nice right now, especially for unseasonable weather in August that we have. What did I miss? Oh, everything running smoothly like clockwork. Yeah, nah. I'm on my. I had everything set up, TC, just to get into it real quick. I had everything set up like usual. Everything was good. OBS was good. And then I unplugged something because I always restart all my devices. And when I unplugged it, my camera froze and it's gone. I tried to, my real camera, so this is the webcam. I tried to build it back. I mean, I'll try one more time, but call it something else. Sure, video capture device, okay. All right. Super. I'm going to show you what I see. That's it. All right. Well, the good news is it works. All right. I built it back. I got to make me quite a bit smaller. Come on. Transform and fit the screen. Oh, you know what? I can fix this. No, I can't. Video preview occupied, so I can't change it. Dude, I don't even know. I'll restart that one more time. Anyway, we'll get into it. I hope everybody's doing well. This is every time. This is every time. Yeah, I don't even know what to do here. I think one of my videos was like this. I was just gonna be small, and I think maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be small. Episode 9 of the live streams, yeah. But yeah. 350-mile round trip today. Nice. Yeah, you got me beat. I always keep messing that up. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it real quick. My furthest trip. I do a lot of 30-minute rides. So how long did Lucky? Where am I? Here. Boom. How long did that take you? How long did you ride for 350 miles plus stops or wherever you went to? See, I went to Lake Gaston. No, that was on the Ruckus. Smith Mountain Lake, 190 miles. So just under 200 miles is my furthest trip. 200 miles, and spent a weekend there for a bachelor weekend, and then came back home a few days later. And then Lake Gaston, how far is that? 100 miles, 96 miles, I think. Actually, I was looking at that, Lucky. I was looking at spots in between us. I gotta look. My camera's right here, but I gotta look this way. I was looking at spots between us, and Lake Gaston might be the ticket. It's 96 miles for me, so you can do your math if you want. But I think that was as far as like having somewhere to go and the sights to see, and definitely a place to have a little interview. So I've got all that planned out. Just got to nail down the dates and all that stuff. Good news, I got my camera, but I do not want to be as big as the screen. So I don't know. It is what it is. That's so crazy. I always brag about, Rascal, you were here. I was bragging about OBS and how transform. How nice it is because you can do anything, and the anything is including losing everything, all the progress. So whatever. All right, I'm gonna go back to chat. Let's see this button. Yeah, 350 miles round trip. Remember Redskin stuff? Oh, hold on. What do I have? Oh, I got something for you. pile of stuff. Look at that, man. You see it? Sean Taylor. That was the day after, or the week after, the game after he got killed. They played the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. Lost that game. And then I came back, and I think they were playing the Bears. And I got that. Oh, Sean Taylor, he was my favorite player. Anyway, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I got LeVar Arrington, signature, whatever, autograph from him that used to be on that back wall back there. Man, I can't believe this. Anyway, whatever. We're rolling with it. We're gonna roll with it. I don't care. LeVar Arrington, Robert Griffin III, obviously a one-hit wonder, 1 year wonder. He got hurt, and that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna rock with this. Lake Gaston is about 68 miles. Yeah, hour and a half. Yep, there we go. That might be the place, man. We'll talk about that. Start shooting emails or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, it might be sooner than later. Cause I'm going on my break. Let's see, what is it? Next weekend, Thursday. Yeah, I just gotta plan it with the wife. Cause I only have 1 day out of the 5 days. I only have 1 day with her, and then the rest is watching the dog and stuff like that. Yeah, Sean Taylor. Yeah, we need to figure it out. South All recently did a 950 miles over 2 days. The more long haul you do, the more enjoyable it becomes. Yeah, got to have a good seat too. Mark Rippon autograph rookie card. Yeah, last Super Bowl. I like it. Yeah, throttle hand and butt. Exactly. Yeah, could have kept going. I want to do, what is that, Iron Butt Challenge, 1,000 miles? I want to do that, but I was looking at it, and it's a whole lot easier, I guess, manageable, if you obviously have I'm not worried about cruise control, but a bike that was more comfortable at, 70 miles an hour and possible range, elevation, all that change and stuff. So my bike, the Honda Shadow, at 70, it definitely starts humming, but it'll do it. I just don't want to do that hours on end. I don't want to do that to the bike. But yeah, I don't know. Here we go. Let's dive in. So this is actually a perfect segue. I don't know why. It's not a perfect segue, but the conversation, I got to point on the right screen. First of all, thank you again. More people showing up. So just like I said, obviously technical difficulties. That's all I do. I do have a big screen here, but I can't fix it. So, oh, wait, here. Big screen here, but I can't fix it. All right. Everything was perfectly fine. I reset all my equipment like I typically do. This way. I reset all my equipment like I typically do. I had all the mess in the background away from where you all would look, because I tore my entire the man cave apart. I was going to move some stuff anyway and change some stuff around. I actually moved the desk on the other side, and then it just didn't look right with the walls that I have here and the door having to be open, so for the dog. And so then I moved everything back. I've got wires. You can't even really see it, but not from this camera. But I've got wires everywhere on that recliner. There's a bunch of Redskin stuff on there still, but yeah. Anyway, I'm here. Y'all here. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with me and my lackluster ability to go live. But part of that is the first topic here. I think my last live, I'm pretty sure I was this small, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Going live. So I was thinking about, I'm always thinking, gears are turning, all that stuff. I'm always thinking about how to go about changing things up and getting better at certain things, getting more comfortable. I get nervous like before lives for whatever reason, and it doesn't matter how much time I have. Like, I was good. I was hanging out with the dog, eating dinner on the back porch, and she was doing her thing. I just got done cutting the grass, and I went and took a shower. Went to 7-Eleven, obviously. Got some monsters, not Gatorade, rascal, not Gatorade, but TC. Well, I'll talk to you too. Yeah, my people are gonna be in touch with your people with the way you treated that monster and pouring it out. That's a sin right there. But everything was ready, and then it's not. So I need to nail this down, try to figure it out. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy making videos, editing videos, obviously. riding a motorcycle is that's like first and foremost. And I've mentioned before, we talk about taking the camera with you, and I've taken it more than talking with Restless Mule in Texas. I was talking to him, and he made a comment, and I don't know if it was during an interview or one of our emails back and forth at this time or at this point, but with my memory, it was, I know he made a conversation about taking his bike, or excuse me, obviously his bike, but taking his camera with him. And I thought, so you could film and all this other stuff. And he was mentioning in case he, caught something on camera or something like that, whether it's YouTube Shorts or for a video, or, maybe a spur of the moment that he just figured he'd go into a dialogue or something. So it got me thinking. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do that more. My setup's a little bit more old school, I guess. It's wired connection. So I don't have, like, if I were to do it again, if I were to get another helmet, which I am kind of in a market of looking at new helmet. I'll get into that in a second. But the chin mounts it's just one piece. And then, because right now, I don't have it with me, but it's basically like, put your helmet on. Oh, watch this. Boom. Am I here? Yeah. Put your helmet on this way. Boom. And then there's like an arm that connects to the helmet on the side. Comes over here. Since I'm wired, it has to go to a media adapter, a mic adapter. So obviously inside my cheek pad is the microphone tucked in the cheek pad. Wire comes through, comes underneath the helmet, plugs into the adapter, which then plugs into the GoPro. All right. Camera worked. I still can't change it. Anyway, so it's still great. Two camera system I got here. I did it on purpose, right? Well, the chin mount obviously takes away a lot of that stuff, but I wouldn't be able to use the wired connection with the current GoPro that I have. I don't know if the 13 or 14 is coming out. If it allows you to plug in, I guess it does if you have the media mod, which I do have. But I think you can do that. I never really looked at it because the setup I have works. Shoot. Wrong camera. The setup I have is working just fine. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. One of those deals. But I ride far more still without the camera or cameras now that I carry the 360 with me, and just enjoying the ride and all that stuff. Let me pop in the chat too. I don't want to keep y'all try to keep current with the chat. Palmer's, South All, spitting everywhere. That's all right, it's my house. But yeah, I got a Mustang seat too, so it is nice. I actually I'm gonna make a video because I have the original seat, the windscreen that it came with, and the original mirrors. So Rascal, you were talking about the mirrors that I had, and I appreciate the compliment on it. Those were from Amazon, a way back purchase, but I didn't. I'm not really a Chrome guy. I've mentioned before. Chrome does look. It does honestly. It looks good on. Not for me, but when I went to Harley and I saw the Chrome, I was like, I made a joke a while ago. It was a short, obviously deleted from the channel, but I was like, maybe Chrome's not so bad because they look. It did look really nice how they do it. Chrome accent I like, but just a whole Chrome bike, nah, not for me. But they do look good. I got you. TC, do you have for the iron? Do you have? Is it two separate seats that you have, or one seat combined for the misses? That's the one that the original one for the Shadow. Like I said, I want to build that and ride that. I've never used that seat. He gave it to I bought the bike, but he gave it to me in addition to obviously purchasing the bike, and I've just never kept it. I was gonna sell it, and I just never got around to that. So I might as well make a video and sit on it for the first time, see what it was like back in 2011, what it would feel like to get a brand new bike, because he didn't even use that seat. But yeah, seats and exhaust are typical first purchases. And that's a whole topic right there. How expensive these motorcycles are. And they call it, well, I guess they joke about the Harley tax, right? The Harley tax, you change the exhaust in the seat. But I get the exhaust because they have to be able to sell it decibel level. Swingless Steve, I'm looking at you when I say this, since you had a video about getting yours inspected and having to lower the decibel level to make it legal to pass inspection. I would hold the monitor to the camera, but knowing me, I'll probably drop it all over my laptop and stuff. But yeah, but that piece, I guess you said it fell off again or got removed. So yeah, too bad. Yeah, I don't know how that could have fallen off, but your bike's back to sounding the way it is. So I get it. It has to sell like overseas. It has to sell throughout, you know, United States, Canada. I was gonna say California has more strict rules about emissions and decibel levels in certain, obviously countries, but states in the United States, you had to fight through that. I know with the Challenger that I had, the Charger and Challenger, you couldn't, because of the fuel, the miles per gallon that it had, fuel efficiency, you couldn't own, silly, I guess it's this year, by this year now, but last year or the year before, they were talking about 2025, where you couldn't own that brand new vehicle, you couldn't sell it, you couldn't sell it, so you'd have to buy it from a different state, register it in a different state or whatever, or it had to have like 7,000 miles, which I thought 6,000 was a new vehicle, but either way, it had to have 7,000 miles, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, it's fine, you can have it, you can register it in the state when it would have not as fuel efficient as a brand new vehicle. So that's government for you. Gatorade, yeah, that's you, man, that's you. I did have a lot of water today. I'm gonna start diving into that. I've been looking up some stuff. Water actually might help me, believe it or not. The GoPro that I have is the 10, the Hero 10. So I'm still rocking that. And it's been good. The only thing I've had issues were batteries. The batteries would swell. Luckily, I caught that before. I had one problem where I filmed, and it looked like everything was just going like this, like all the footage. And then I realized it was like the battery was swelling. I was like, oh, well, I caught that. Because inside the housing and the casing, obviously, if that battery swells up, you could have a bad day, breaking all the inside, all the electronics and everything. So, dodged a bullet on that. I'm curious to see, I guess I can do this. Can I do this? Man, I can't believe that doesn't work. I'm moving away from the mic. Let's see if I do this. All right. We'll rock this way for a second. Yeah, look at that. See? On the fly. On the fly. Thanks for bearing with me. All right. Got a haircut and everything. Just for this. No, I got a couple about a week ago or so. But I don't even know what I was talking about. It doesn't matter. Oh, water. GoPro. Oh, GoPro. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me while I look at it. The new GoPro that comes out, the 13 or 14, I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Because, yeah, extra battery. Oh, okay. I'll get out in a second, Lucky. I'm curious to see how the sensor is on the. Well, I got the Insta360, the 4X or X4, whatever it's called. The 5 came out and has a better light sensor, like low light sensor, and I'm still trying to fight with that, man. I am trying to fight, like, to sharpen it. And I think overall, it's just not gonna. The camera, from what I've looked at recently, the footage is like grainy, and it's because I'm zooming in, because I don't care to have like my whole body, my legs, and all of my unmentionables like in the shot. So I zoom in like from chest or just below the chest up, and then leave a little headspace, and all that stuff. And I think by zooming in, I'm degrading the quality, even though it's 8K. It's not 8K. It's a combination of the 4K at best, but it's 8K because it's 4K on one side of the camera and 4K on the other side of the camera, so they count it as 8K. But that's about around 360 degrees. And when you start looking at just one frame of it or one side of it, it's just not. It's nothing compared to the quality. If I would have got a second GoPro, which is what I was looking at originally, and the benefit of it obviously is, you know, it hides the selfie stick or whatever, or you can get a 360 view. So I still like it. It's just not what I thought it was going to be. And the X5 came out last year or early this year, whatever, and it's better with low light, which is another problem that it has. It's grainy as is when you zoom in, but then when you add low light conditions, then it's even worse. So, or dare I say worser. There's no education here. Worser. The worserest. But yeah, the GoPro 10 is what I have. It's working really well. Energy drink abuse. Yeah. The Red Bull. Man, what is it? The Jaeger bomb? That's the only time I've had Red Bull. The Red Bulls are like, so I drank a lot of this. Is I know you can see it a little bit better. I don't have to destroy my laptop. The Red Bulls are like, what, 8 ounces, 10 ounces, 12 ounces? And then when you go up higher, it's obviously quite a bit more money. I haven't even looked at the difference as far as caffeine, but caffeine doesn't even do anything to me anymore. I've abused it. All right, TC, I use a chin mount, stick on mount, yeah, with the GoPro and Media Mod. It seems to work pretty well. So TC, definitely, my next helmet, I'm gonna look into changing things up. I'm worried to change things up, and I was talking about helmets in another person's video, and my concern is, and I was writing back in the comments about it with some other people, but my concern is, you can hear the wind in my videos, obviously, especially high rates of speed for the shadow, high rates of speed, but it's not deafening, and it's not to the point where I want to dive into Adobe Audition and try to eliminate the wind noise. I've done it before, and I could do it, but I also like I actually prefer my videos to have a little bit of wind. I don't want it to cover up whatever I'm trying to say, but I like the wind because it's part of the ambient noise, you know, the environmental noise and stuff like that. I've also tinkered with the idea, and it's just my thought, is to get a recording device and put it in my saddlebags now that the saddlebags are back on, or my book bag or something. It would make more sense to have it in a saddlebag, and y'all feel free to run with this idea. I'm not the one to make this up, but to prop it up so that the mic, or the recording device, the mic is not like rubbing against my book bag, and it wouldn't be in the wind either. So I thought about that, but the setup I have right now, I don't think I need it, because you can hear my bike, the motor, the exhaust, you can hear it pretty well in my videos. So I'm not necessarily worried about that, but it was pretty cool, the setup I saw a guy have. GC, message restricted. Or retracted, excuse me. Terrible person. Just a terrible person. No, I don't know what it is. I don't have anything restricted. All right, South Oz. So I know you've got compliments in the past, but Osmodo, South Osmodo, your mic quality is like perfect. The Osmo Mic Mini, and especially for having, like I said, I know you've gotten compliments before. You having that open face or 3/4 helmet, it's really, really good. Oh, and since you're here, I just remembered your video. You just had a little short video about like midlife crisis and people riding and stuff. The trailer that you had was phenomenal, man. That was really cool. That was the opening trailer of it. That was definitely really good. So awesome work on that. I was at the edge of my seat over here in the States. Settlement step up. My bit, probably my butt. It said my butt is fine, but the pillow section is like a brick. Oh, Pilion. God, I can't read. Well, I can read. I just need to put my glasses on. I need to put these on. Yeah. Yeah, now we're talking. I could read all day now. Look at that. Nah, I'm trying not to. It's my own little like thing where I'm trying not to use my glasses because I don't want my eyes to get lazy. It's probably in my head, but I try to focus to the point where I use my eyes as much as I can. Let me finish that. I use my eyes as much as I can so they don't get worse. Yeah. I don't know. That might be a thing. Maybe I'm making it up. I don't know. But I pretty much just edit. Whenever I edit, that's when I mess with, I put my glasses on. Remind me to, okay, and then this part, Lucky. Okay, remind me to bring the extra extended batteries from my old GoPro 10 if you want to give them a shot. I have not touched them after I switched to the DJI. So my own, oh, thank you. First of all, thank you. My only concern is I remember you weren't sure which one was in the rain, and I'm kind of worried about it, but at the same time, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. So maybe we just do that. Because you don't use, wait, batteries from my old GoPro 10 if you want, give it a shot. I haven't touched that. Why don't you, camera after I switch to DJI. Oh. We'll talk about it. Because I know I told you, I remember you bringing it up, and I was concerned about the rainstorm you got messed up in. Because you said that GoPro still messes up, right? Because it got caught in the rain. So that's my only concern. Because I've got some batteries that I've actually got to drop off. The swollen ones. Because I guess you can recycle them. Not me, but some of the battery shops. I think Best Buy does it too. Let's see. Lucky Aces. Let's say a little wind noise adds to the experience. Exactly. That's why I like it. I personally like it. There's a point where it's too much. I get it, but I don't know. I'm okay with it. Excuse me if I burped in the. I think I burped in the mic. It was quiet. Sorry. Yeah. So if you want an extra recorder route, yeah, you can always wrap it in a small towel or T-shirt, something like that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, to keep that mic off, just so it's not rubbing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, TC. I don't know how he does it. Oh man, eyes. Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but it's awesome. Must be the beard. There's another guy, one of the original, the OGs, Blockhead Moto. Anybody watch Blockhead Moto? Blockhead? It was Shade. I can always, words are tough, but I always have a hard time with that. Shade Tree Surgeon and his posse, I think, are absolutely hilarious because they just don't care, and I think, well, not everybody gets there, but you get to a certain point where you just, you get to maybe a certain age and you realize, and I think that I'm not a parent, but I think that having a kid, you realize like what really matters, and I'm at that point by default, by age, 40 years old. Like I just don't care. I don't care how I sound. I hate my voice, but I don't care how I sound, how I'm recorded. I don't like my appearance and all that stuff. Like it is what it is though. Like what's the point of like worried about it? So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing lives. That's why I have YouTube. All right. Okay, where you put your wireless mouse mic. Yeah. I still, I mean, it's pretty cool. Unless it's like in your cheek or something, I have no idea. Because it sounds perfect. But going back to Blockhead, so anybody watch Blockhead? He's back in the day, he even said like part of like the wind buffer was like, or his like he didn't say it, but like a dead cat on a mic was his beard being at like probably coming out of the full face helmet. But I actually have his exact setup from like 2020 or something. So it's quite a bit older. Like I said, wired, and I mean I like my mic, and it hasn't failed me except for the time I forget to plug it in. But whatever. That's only happened a couple times. All right, last comment, and I'll start diving in. Yeah, okay, I got you, Lucky. Yeah, I mean the GoPro. The other thing is, if you are parting ways with it, I told you I got your lunch, man. I got your lunch. If you are parting ways with it, and you know you're not going to use a GoPro, then yeah, I'll rock with them. Worst case scenario, I don't know if anybody knows this. It probably should be a common thing, or it should be something, but I have insurance on my, which I actually meant to cancel, but it automatically renewed about a week and a half ago. But for my GoPro, I actually have. Oh look, I'm a YouTuber now because I actually have what I'm talking about in front of me. But I have like the insurance. So if something happens, like if it gets lost, if it falls in the water, falls in Lake Gaston on our trip over there, and they will replace it with new, or at this point refurbished Hero 10 or equivalent. So if they had a good 11, if they run out of 10s, which I'm sure they've got plenty. So it's $50 for the year. It gives me cloud storage, which I don't use. I can like upload. There's some other perks to it or whatever. But there's also the fine print is the deductible is $100. So that was my mistake, because it would cost me $150 just to get a new GoPro, because I already spent $50 for the renewal, and they'll replace up to one per year, but it would still cost me $100. Well, that $100 could go towards, whatever, a new one. So I'm curious to see what they do. They gotta fight with competition is good, business competition is good. So they got to fight with all these other action cameras. I can't keep up with them, like the DJ Osmo, DJI, whatever, action cameras, X Mini, whatever. There's so many other action cameras out there, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Competition. But yeah, we'll look into that, Lucky. Yeah, and I need to get up with the wife and figure out next month, September. We need to figure this out between next week and September, and find out what day is available for both of us. 3 of us. 4 of us. My wife, Fallon, you, and I. Wait until you hit 60. The filter disappears altogether. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. No, it's awesome. You guys are great. All right. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay. This is fun. So talk about going live. So one thing I thought about, and I'm frozen. It's fine. Dang. Frozen. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's see. This button. He's gone. He's frozen. Maybe I just... Oh. What? Do I just keep... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I keep bragging. I tell you what. I keep bragging about OBS. And then this is what I get. So I'll delete it real quick. It doesn't really matter, but... Laptop. Delete. Deletes my whole laptop instead of just the webcam. Just disappears. Capture, video capture device. You just gotta make it every time, that's all. Come on. You can do it. Dude, that is wild. Okay. Let's just do this. I just had to rebuild it. It's fine. Here, I'll put me over here. Switch it up a little bit. Now I'm over here. All right. So one of my ideas was I really enjoy this live. This live is like from... I do like an 8 p.m. my time, New York, Eastern Standard Time. I do an 8 p.m. to like 10, 2-hour kind of thing or whatever. By the time I get done rambling, and I could go longer, but I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I'm gonna do a 24-hour ramble. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so what I was thinking about doing is like doing like 30-minute lives. And I like this one. This is during my 3-day break. So if I were to scroll all the way up here, these are all my live notes. I've kept them up here on should be up here. Maybe not. I might have passed it, but oh, come on. There it is. There's my calendar, my trusty calendar that was a live many moons ago. Am I in the way? I'm close enough. Okay, so if you look... So you get my cursor. Here. Can you see it? 11. Can't see it. All right. Pin tool. Boom. I'm not moving me. This red right here. Boom. See it? Yep. This is where we are. Let's say it's Wednesday, right? Wednesday right here. Boom. This is my schedule. So I'm off. All these X's are days I work, 24-hour shifts. So in this week, one every 3 weeks, I get that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. So my goal is I would always want to do that Wednesday, across the board, every Wednesday I have on my 3-day break. That's today. That's my long stream. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Yeah, appreciate it, Rascal. They're always a mess. That's what they are, but I appreciate it. Words of encouragement. Thank you. But no, it's y'all. I'm telling you, this is. I talk to a wall, but y'all make this what it is. So I appreciate y'all. I will always, there's the camera, always say that, because I really do appreciate it. I've streamed, not to get off topic, I've streamed by myself way back when, and a year plus ago, and I streamed for one of them was like 5 hours. I was editing and talking about, I was surfing the web, going over Harley Davidson's website. I was combing through that. So, but I appreciate y'all for sure. But the Wednesday of my 3-day was always going to be the one I schedule. And still, that's the way I like it. It's my long stream. It's 2 hours. The other day, I tried to do, I did one where I was just working on a thumbnail or something of one of my videos. And I guess I could just do this. This one. So I just went over the thumbnail. I was making the thumbnail. And I said I was going to do like 30 minutes. I had to pick out, I kind of talk about like my process and how I go about selecting the image and what's going through my head, and then editing it through Lightroom and Canva and all that other stuff. Well, I said I was going to do like 30 minutes to an hour max, just kind of knock it out real quick, because it wasn't like an episode. It wasn't like, well, I call it, I guess, what, Beyond the Ride? Isn't that what I call it? I don't know. So, yeah, Beyond the Ride. There it is. Sometimes with an I, sometimes with a Y. Branding, right? That's branding. But I ended up doing, like, I think Moto Alley, I think he called me out as a joke. He was like, 30 minutes, huh? And it was like an hour and 45 minutes. I don't even know. So it was definitely a longer stream. But the goal is to do, like, kind of impromptu, like, lives. Not really schedule. I scheduled this. I was debating about doing it or not. But I ended up scheduling it, like, 30 minutes before. Not advertising it, like, a day and a half or 2 days before, like I do my Wednesday uploads with community posts and just hitting the... scheduling the live where you can actually see it on my channel. But I did it because I was trying to show, like, an education, like, this is how I do it. You know, if it helps you guys out or helps anybody out down the road, then on a playback, then so be it. So I decided to make it, you know, 30 minute in advance. But what I'm thinking about doing is either doing a 30 minute in advance, or just hitting the record button and hitting live, just going for it. And the reason I say that is, it would be, I would do it more often. Watch your eyeballs. I would do it more often. Oh, here it is right here, going live. But I would do it for like 30 minutes. I'm talking like for me, I would put in the corner somewhere. I guess I can't really point. Somewhere over here. Let me move this. Over here would be like a timer. So I got to figure out how to make it. I've already looked at how to make it. It's not gonna be hard. But have like a 30-minute timer, and it would just count down in the corner. So if people want to join, that's fine. I was going to make, you know, my thumbnails. I was going to work on something. It's going to be something, maybe even have music on or something or whatever. Just 30 minutes just to kind of pop in, pop out, and have a countdown timer, you know, white. And then if it got to 0 and it started to count back up, I guess there's another thing I got to figure out how to do. It would be in red, like an overtime thing or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm sure there's branding I can think of. But I also want to do it like, I mean, my schedule is so weird that I want to do it at, you know, any time, any time of the day, any time of the night. So like when I used to release my videos for Australia, I almost pointed the wrong camera, but that's fine. The wrong camera. When I used to upload it at midnight, and that meant it was, you know, between noon and 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock for y'all or whatever it is in the afternoon, you guys were able to be the first one to see the video and comment and all that stuff. And I am at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, writing back comments, which isn't a big deal because I'm up that late anyway. Well, this would be, you know, anytime I was working on something and hey, I got 30 minutes, I'm just going to go live. I'm either going to just hit record and then just go live, or I may do a 30-minute timer, like ahead of time, where if you schedule it 30 minutes in advance or something, or maybe 15 minutes in advance, YouTube will notify subscribers if they want to be notified for stuff. But I think it would be cool just to go live. And I'm not thinking that this is like, there's, you know, several people in here right now. I'm not thinking that you know, anybody would show up or 1 or 2 people might show up, and that's perfectly fine, because it's just a way to outside the comments. And my videos die off pretty quick. They go like, you know, a day or two, and then the views and the watch hours just they die off and stuff. So like outside of those days, there's like 5 days, 6 days, or 5 days, 4 days, 3 days where there's just nothing. And I think it would be fun to kind of just pop in and kind of do my stuff. And if anybody wants to BS or something, well, there it is. You know, there's 30 minutes, I'm going to go live. But I have to have this countdown timer, otherwise I'll just keep rambling. So I think that would be cool too. If you pop in and see there's 10 minutes left, hey man, there's 10 minutes left, you know, one of those deals. Not saying I couldn't talk more if I was in the middle of a conversation, but I'm going to try to hold tight to it. So, I don't know, going live, and that way I can get better at actually going live for my every third week. That's probably a word, instead of bi-weekly or whatever, bi-monthly. There's something every third, I'm sure. All right, what you got? Ooh, live streams with an L, I just caught that. All right, let's see where we go. Wait until you hit 60. No filter. That was funny. Yep, that's where I left off. Okay. Firefighter live streams. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah, with a Y. Yeah, all my... And I'm telling you, and the reason why... I don't know what you said. I don't know why it gets... Unless you're deleting, that's fine. But all my lives... or not my lives, but all my... The Y thing, it came from PlayStation, so I just kept it. But I mean, if I was really smart, I think actually PlayStation, the username was taken if I spelled it like FYRE, like firefighter with a, instead of FIRE, it was FYRE, but it was taken. So I think that's why I went with FYER. Yup. And I'm not big on tags, but I started doing it again, and I started tagging both spellings of firefighter, not the correct way, but FYER and FYRE, just in case someone tried to type it in. All right. So now, yeah, I'm frozen. I keep freezing on the other side. Let's see, am I frozen here? Yep, frozen. Hey, y'all. This would be like the perfect ventriloquist. Ventriloquist. There we go. Close enough. That's so good. I can just talk like this all day. This would have been great in school. Great for the bus. You know, when the bus driver told us to be quiet, turn the lights on, there was no talking. I thought it was so cool because I could just, you know, not move my mouth and say a couple things, make my friend laugh, and he get in trouble. Look at me now. Like, my mouth is closed. I'm not even, you can't even tell I'm talking. It's amazing. Technology. All right. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so that was kind of the thing I was thinking of. I was toying with that idea. I still got to build it out and everything. I can't even build out what I'm doing now, so I don't know how that's going to go. What's next? Okay, episodes. 121. Boom. So this one right here, this is a fun picture to make. And Rascal, I got some numbers for you, and I'll go over that just because, in case you had to dip. But I hide, Rascal knows this, the American Outlaw. I hide my, zoom in. Oh no, come back. Come back. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I hide my episode numbers. So here I have it obviously, but I changed the opacity so it wouldn't take away from the title. But I tend to hide them once in a while. So obviously they're in the mirror. I've done that one before. And you can't really see them because I either hide them too well or YouTube's thumbnails are so small if you're looking at it like mobile. Here I put it on my helmet. I know I can zoom in. Oh, there it is. My boom. The boom mic. Boom arm was too. There you go. Boom. It was in the way of my zoom. Here, I can just move this over. Yeah. So I like to move it around. I like to do that. It's kind of fun. For me, at least. But this was fun. I'll get into that in a second. That picture. This one right here. Okay. So I was also going to do something. Hopefully, I can pull this up over here. Let's see. It shouldn't play. If you have earbuds, earphones, mics turned up, or whatever, I mean your speakers turned up, forewarn. I'm going to try to pull it up, but I want to put it on. I don't think there's got any volume, but we're about to find out. So cover your ears for a second. How are we looking? All right, you can't hear it, right? It's on mute. Oh yeah, heading off a ride. Okay, yeah, going to try it. Motorcycle fishing. Let's go. Take care. Ride safe. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, South Oz. Take care, man. That's awesome. Motorcycle fishing. Oh, I'm in the way. Look at my little head in the way. All right, let me go back to still image me. Bring this down. Boom. All right, so it should be muted. Is that correct? Just say yes or no. As far as the video playing should be muted. Can I hear the video audio? Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. As I wanted to, instead of just going over the comments or talking about what I was going to talk about in this video, I wanted to just kind of have the video playing instead of just a still image. I think that's going to be, for me, that's going to be my thing. Actually, can I pause it real quick? Pause. I missed it. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in on that. Here's another one for you, rascal. If you look here, I can't really see it too well, but that says episode 116. It's on the Jersey wall. Yeah. I told you before on Instagram, I put them up there and you can actually see them a little bit better, but I know you don't have social media or Instagram or whatever. That's really the only thing I use. And it's for the channel. I don't use it for social, like actual, like friends, social media and stuff like that. Unless you're obviously from the channel and everything. Community. But this image is, and I'm gonna play it. This is kind of like, it doesn't look, I don't think it looks too bad here, but I can see it. It's not, it's kind of grainy. And then the back is blown out and all that stuff as far as like the exposure. And then the GoPro like looks awesome. So part of me wishes I just would have got a GoPro just to face me, but at the same time, the versatility of the 360, just what it lacks in resolution, I guess it makes up for in the versatility of using it, the 360 ability. So it is what it is. But this video right here was talking about inspiration. Did I already go over this? I can't remember. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is right. I don't think I talked about this during my life. But oh, and then I'll show you this. I zoomed in on it a long time ago. But I passed here on the right. Check out these skeletons mowing the grass. They've had it up there since. Look at that. And on the right over here. They've had these up here. I don't know what the deal is with skeletons. My wife loves skeletons. But there's some big-ass skeletons, like, down the street at the school. Or, well, two schools over, I guess, technically. But they've got the ones you can get from Home Depot. And they dress them. It costs so much money. They dress them up for the seasons and stuff. But these skeletons chill right here, like year-round. They started last year. I remember seeing them in my January when it was super cold. I remember riding and seeing these bad boys over here. But yeah, that's, yep, they're I guess work to the bone. All right. Still image new profile pic. Yeah. Well, maybe this might be my next live. Maybe that's my next live because all my thumbnails are from the previous. And also helps me realize what I wore last time. So I'm just about all out of shirts. This is a new shirt. This is the bar I got kicked out of. Me and my buddies got kicked out of off the Eastern Shore 2 nights in a row. That's so funny. Okay, so going back to it. Paul's Moto's in. So I was talking about this video was in reference to a couple people, their words, not mine, how my videos inspired them. And it's just a motorcycle video. I'm not saying whatever. And I have a hard time saying it in this video. I have a hard time saying it now. And I basically, just to quit beating around the bush, it inspired them to go out and ride. So one lady was talking about how she went to the beach but when I went to the beach at night or whatever, dipped the boots in the Atlantic. And it made her, she lives in Texas, and she went to go see one of her beaches on the bike. And then another video, same thing, another video, same thing, whatever. It was a waterfall beach, and then I think it was just a ride. So it happened 2 or 3 times, and they wrote the comment, and it was really, obviously it meant a lot to me that I could help somebody get into that. Well, now everything comes full circle, because this video right here in the Wichita Mountains, the wildlife refuge with Paul's Motors in, he was trying to hit sunset, and he ended up getting to dusk, just missed it. But he goes through on his Honda Shadow. I think, what did he say, 2008? I think he just had a video. He had a long video, and his videos just kind of play in the background. I'm not sure if I talked about this or not, but either way, I'm gonna go into it. It was just really cool because he got to the top of the mountain, and it was a great view. The arrow, there it is. And he goes, a fantastic view. And I didn't show the best view because I said, nah, that's his channel, that's his video. You got to go there. And I even had a little thing later on about that. Burp away from camera. Oh yeah, there we go. Made room. To the right, I went right on a different video, and got pummeled by a giant locust. I remember that. It's funny. I look at these stupid roads, and I remember videos, but it was just an inspiration for me to get out and ride. And I was in a kind of a poor mood here. I was in a bad mood. I was editing, and there's some stuff that was kind of bothering me, and I was like, "What am I doing?" I've been trying to film this video based on his video, like a reaction. Hey, you inspired me. I appreciate your video. Thanks for taking the time to take the ride, but not only ride, but to record and edit, because I know what goes through. I don't care if you just record and there's no editing, there's no text, there's no nothing, there's no transitions, there's no fade, there's no title, there's no end screen, there's no nothing. I don't care. You still took the time to do that, and for your channel, for your video, for your motovlog, or whatever you have, and then upload it, and then write a title and description and all this other stuff. I know how long it takes me to do mine. I spend more time because I enjoy the process. Anything you do, if you enjoy it, you're going to spend more time, one of those deals. But it was neat that he shared that, and it finally, like I said, I've been meaning to record this, and I was like, I'm out, I'm leaving, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to record this. I'm at the same point of day, or I got the sunset, and got to witness it and all that other stuff. So that was fun. I enjoyed that ride. I enjoyed that. It was nice to give him a shout out, and going over some comments with it. And I can do that. Let's see if I let me pull this up, and then I'll move it over here and just touch on a couple comments. I've got them pulled up. I was prepared. Went too far. I was actually really prepared. It was exactly where I needed it to be. So if I do this, close enough. Yeah, I don't know. It's a nice ride. This is see here it is. I'll let it play for a second before I get into it. So this is the top of the mountain, and the best view. He just had a video. I'm pretty sure he was on these rocks over here, or it might have been a different one, but he was just there talking about snakes. All right, so here it is. Yeah, it said link in description for the best view. I wasn't going to give his view away. Paul's Motors in. So definitely was a really cool video. Going over some of the comments for that video. Maybe I didn't go over it. This guy, Cuddle Muffins, which is hilarious. Don't recall talking to him before, but he wrote comment for the algorithm. It's pretty funny. So great first comment to get introduced to me and the channel. South Oz, who just took off to go fishing on a motorcycle. A great t-shirt. So if you saw the shirt, you'll see it pop up again. That's the Golden Retriever shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. Let's see. I'm just kind of skimming through these. Sometimes all people need is a video or two, or even 10, to get out there and do something that they've wanted to do. Having the ability and the opportunity to be able to ride and experience what some of us tend to take for granted is a blessing in disguise. Absolutely. There's a shirt. So that's from Moto Alley, great friend of the channel. I could just say it to everybody. Great friend of the channel. Jen, great friend of the channel. This is when I was talking that she wrote. I think I talked about it during the making of the thumbnail. Maybe that's why I'm kind of mixing everything up. But she wrote the monster company, about it, and they respectfully declined. But I was like, hey, there you go. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Going up to Restless Mule. I think we got a discussion about this, but yeah, one of the things I enjoy about watching motorcycle videos is seeing the parts of the country in the world. I mean, even here, we got Tasmania in the house, right? Canada, Australia, more of Australia, or the big, broad portion of Australia. Hey, there he is. Macy girl and Fallon. Speaking and listening to their bikes and obviously the bike sounds. So that was definitely cool. I enjoy that a lot. Whisker 74. We write novels back and forth. It's pretty funny. PC, I'll deal with you in a minute. And people taking up writing is a good thing. So while writing isn't for everybody, I mentioned in a comment of somebody else's video, like if people even have the inkling to ride, I think it was South Osmoto when he was talking about the midlife crisis and people to get out there and ride. Not that it was a midlife crisis, but people might say that. But if you have an inkling, if anybody has an inkling to ride, man, it is like you got to at least take the MSF course or equivalent. When they provide a motorcycle for you, this is a hell of a turn right here, right? Yeah, I was about to take a ramp, jump off that thing. It turned out to be like 10 inches, but they provide a motorcycle for you. The tutelage, right? There's other riders. They're like-minded. The instructors are riders. It's not like the DMV, and you get your endorsement out of it. So I can't say enough good things. I always brag about you guys and brag about the MSF course. Let's see what. Oh, this is yesterday, 2 weeks ago. You're talking about you tried Monster for the first time ever, and I owe you $6, huh? Yeah. He spoke to Nye. Talked about his golden retriever. I think she makes Fallon makes my. Oh, maybe it's just the shirt. I don't think I go home and talk to her in this video. Here's my UFO that I saw. But he's talking about the golden retriever, loving carrots. My dogs, both dogs, absolutely love carrots. Macy passed away, but she loved carrots. And then there, Paul Moto himself, Paul's Moto, talking about appreciate the massive shout out. I appreciate the video, like I said. So that's absolutely. All right, so that's that video. Go through. Oh, Fallon's birthday. And then I had a video now talking about, so we'll get out of this. And we'll jump into, let's see. Yeah, I like this, the video going in, I like that better. So now let's go to 122. I can't believe my camera doesn't work. One of them doesn't work. Oh, why we have an intermission. I'm still here. I'm still frozen. Still frozen in time. 2 monsters ready to go. It's a mess. All right, going back. I really just drink Monster off camera. Why I'm on camera. Oh, yeah. Perfect. What'd you say? You say something? No, I guess not. All right. So then we'll go to... So then and now, then versus now. 2017 when I started riding, I got the Honda Shadow. 2011 Honda Shadow to 2025. And it's basically this was a conversation that I was having based on, there we go, based on what's changed from me from 2017 to today, or August 3rd, 2025. I like to add the date so you kind of know, especially in the future, when I, for me, was going home from work, added a couple new stains I see on my, it's so funny. I can't keep that thing clean. But shout out does work. So I got 2 new stains on that sweatshirt. That's nice. One of my favorite hoodies. I love hoodie weather. So I love all weather, I guess. So that's kind of a cop out, but wearing a hoodie is nice. I don't know where that came from, but there it is. So this conversation I've had, me being comfortable riding, being able to obviously ride a motorcycle, be aware of my surroundings, you being aware of your surroundings. I think everybody that's here, if you don't ride or you've done something that used to be kind of foreign to you, but now it's like, what do they say, like riding a bike. And over time, it's just gotten to the point where, not that I'm not cautious, and I know I'm not devoting my full attention because I'm recording, because I'm, talking with my hand. I get that, I'm doing it now, but on a motorcycle, I've got to get better at, as one person said, I mentioned it before, making sure I actually look at a lot of intersections, and that's one of the good things about having this camera. But it, not riding to the intersection or something, or without both hands on the handlebar. So somebody hit me up, rightfully so. Grab that handlebar. But yeah, it's now it's writing it to me is somewhat, you know, second nature to me. Being able to record, being able to talk during all this while still scanning, observing was an example. Being comfortable, you know, shifting through the gears, the friction zone. Every motorcycle is different. Every car would be different. Even touching the brake of a brand new vehicle. My truck, obviously not brand new, but you know, if and when I ever get a new vehicle or new to me, whatever it is, a used vehicle, but the first time I hit the brake is going to be probably a little more sensitive than I'm used to. I remember getting into my truck when I bought it in 2007, F-150. I tapped the brake and my dad and I went we lurched forward. I was like, all right, it's a little touchy, not quite the same. All right. Oh, one of my sayings. There you go. I don't even know. I'm not gonna read it. Yeah, that's me. But it's fun and that's one of the things. And I made the video a while back about, you know, having a YouTube channel essentially is your own autobiography, and you can look back on it. Rascal, you mentioned today or yesterday's, I guess, live stream about your kids or potentially grandkids way down the line or whatever, down the line, grandkids. You got an older boy, so I guess you could say that. Hope he's doing well. I know he went to boot camp, right? But having them be able to, you know, it's a time capsule. YouTube is a time capsule, and that's kind of what here's what the thumbnail was. That's exactly what I look at too. Is it's, you know, a time capsule of where you are, where the world was. This paved road up here obviously wasn't paved not too long ago, and they pretty much did this and did all the lines in a day. You know, this is around where I work and stuff. So I've got video of when it was tore up. I've got video when it's freshly paved, and now I got video where they painted the lines. Had a fire over here to the right. A bunch of railroad ties. Yeah, actually, this is pretty cool. I've got 1,000 stories here. 1,000 stories. Parkside Drive to the left. Sanderling over here. Can't get into individual people because it's HIPAA. Big old church right here. Yeah, I could ride around and talk. I could do a video on this, tell you all about this area. But I've worked around here for about 19 years. Same station, which is actually unheard of. Definitely fortunate, blessed, and all that good stuff. But bad accident up here. Yeah, it's wild. I could just ride around here and just tell you a bunch of stories. That's kind of funny. Another day. After midnight, fighting it. Well, it wasn't a fire. It was a fire alarm over here. That was annoying. Yeah, getting back on topic. So it's just neat. It's neat to see that. It's neat to. I'll dive into the comments here. We'll get through this, brush through this pretty quick. But yeah, the dent over there. There's houses over here to the right. Look at this quick cut through. There's 2 or 3 houses over here that have an address on this street that not a lot of people know about. They'll be going all the way down the other end looking for houses. They're like, there's no houses, all commercial over here. I know where it is. Oh, this one, my hat flew out when I was talking about that. I think my truck broke down and all that. I don't even know what I'm talking about here. It doesn't matter. That's the Fire Academy. Okay, yeah, I can get distracted and talk about my own video. Jeez. I told you I could talk to a wall. Rascal, you and I both, right? Can you imagine if, I know you mentioned something about a live stream, and that's something you set up. That's your idea. That's something you set up, and I'm not trying to steal that from you, but I definitely would love to interview you one day, though, on my own, how I do the Beyond the Ride. I'll interview anybody. My email's in there, but I've got, obviously, Lucky Aces is next, for sure, and then I mentioned some other people, too. I don't want to say their names in case they do or don't want to do it still, but anyway, I digress. Maybe the next live stream we'll get into that again. Let's dive into some comments real quick. And I don't know if you guys may not be talking, or maybe I'm stuck. And that's fine. You guys don't have to talk. I was just making sure I'm not ignoring you. Oh, yeah. I was completely stuck. Frozen image looks like a meme template. Yeah. Profile pic, right? Look. Okay. No, okay, never mind. It's good. All right, we're good. All right. That's funny, yeah. I don't know. That's definitely you'll see that again, that image. I'll definitely, that'll be the next thumbnail for the next live. All right. I'll definitely try to save that. Oh, just in time for my truck breaking down. $494. Yep, that was after the burns. I was dead tired too. That was a hot day. Anyway, moving on. Oh, let me do my thing. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You guys don't have to. I'll just make sure I wasn't ignoring you. So let me dive into the comments here. I try to rush, and then I start talking over myself, fumbling all over my words. It's a good spot. Put it over here. We don't look too far. Oh, so I was trying to think what I did here. I pinned a comment. I said, when you think back and when you first started riding, what changed the most for you? So that's kind of like to start the conversation. And yeah, I mentioned about this. I spoke to the eye. I was going to read ahead another comment. I remember reading about him, but he mentions, remember the first time he rode on the freeway, how he was white knuckled for sure, and had to keep doing it though because the road test required it. And now it's not a big deal. The funny thing is here, like, I don't even know if the DMV makes you do. I knew they have a course. You have to go to a certain DMV to do the cone course and everything, like you would on the MSF. But here's actually what I was talking about, the interstate here, where I would like white knuckle, but at the same time I was like, I just did it. I may have done it too soon, but I just did it and didn't think about it. And then eventually it got kind of easy. And to the point where I didn't even think about it even more, I guess, because it came second nature without letting my guard down. But at the same time, like, you have to expose yourself to that. You don't have to do it right away, not as soon as I did it. And it's not a tough man competition, but getting into it, there's ways to do it, like, early in the morning on a weekend or something, or not peak hours. Essentially, is to get up that speed and merging and all that stuff. So. There's definitely ways to kind of combat that and get more comfortable riding. Little bites, little bites at a time, if need be. You might send an email. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we got to figure that out for sure. I know we didn't talk about it, but I gotta get going. I gotta head to Lake Gaston. All right, so skip ahead. Oh, wait, yeah, with TC, when you talk about, this is funny, yeah, so like, you mentioned that when you first started riding, that moto vlogs weren't even a thing, and the funny thing is, like, if we did this back then, when YouTube, it's so saturated now, and that's a whole conversation. I may have a live on just YouTube, because it's just, I could talk about that, but whether that's entertaining or not, I don't know, but the whole, like, motovlog or YouTube, pick a topic, and it's so like overly saturated, and it's because it's so easy where you can pick up a phone. And that's good, because like I said, at the end of the day, you're documenting. But if you, me, any of us did this, like, not to toot my horn, but to toot y'all's horn, I guess, if that's a thing, like, any of y'all did your videos like 10 years ago, man, 100K 100K, y'all be retired, living on a yacht. Instead of a helicopter pad, you got motorcycle pad. You might even have a flying motorcycle at that point. Yeah. Yeah, to Swingless Steve. Yeah, don't lose your hat. Yep, I got it back. Yeah, there you go. And I knew you saw that mirror. Yep, that episode of Rascal. Seen that one, 122. This is when I said I used to spam without realizing I used to spam the turn signal. Yep. And saying coming. That's what I was gonna say. I'd have to. We go back and forth. Whisker 74 now. Yep. Some new people. New person here. This guy. Was it Invisible AZN? Something like that. I don't know. I'd be terrible at reading usernames. But this guy just started riding. Said thanks for the video. I'm still in the white knuckle period. Yeah, man. I was starting to have doubts if riding was for me. And I'll just read this. I don't usually read my replies. Best part of it out of all, there's no rush. And that's kind of what I was saying. This whole thing was, everybody starts somewhere. And that's the gist of it. Like, there's no need to rush into, getting the biggest bike. This is the guy that said, watch your watch the intersections. So he's right on that. But there's no rush. That's the thing. I mean, I'm trying to do this for a long time. South Osmoto, like when you talk about, as long as he's rode, TC, when you talk about there was motovlogs weren't even a thing when you started riding. Like, that's the goal. The goal is not from, whatever mine is, 2017 to 2025, and be like, all right, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to do it anymore because, something happened, or I just wasn't comfortable riding anymore because what, I don't know. It's to ride from 2017 to, God willing, I can retire in 2034. Is to ride for, I don't know, 2064. One of those things. So that's the goal, is a long time. So part of it is your education on motorcycles, your riding, your experience, the type of bike you have, the type of person you are, peer pressure, no peer pressure, riding your own ride, all that stuff. So that was, good on him. He was honest, all that stuff. I guess, I don't know, invisible AZN. It's probably something completely different, but that's the way I'm reading it. All right, and the last one, and then we'll dive into something else here. Let's see. This one and this one. So this one was cool. I'll get onto this thumbnail in a second, but this was last week's episode 123, where we were having a discussion about how hot the summer was, and it's just funny because we always seem to get caught off guard. Like I was saying, today was hold on, what was I saying? Yeah, like I was saying, today was unseasonably cool weather today. Is that right? Did you say that? Am I saying that? Yeah, 63 degrees this morning. The same is gonna be tomorrow. I think we got it to 80, but we're hovering in the high 70s and low 80s, which for August, I mean, really July, August, especially August, is usually the more brutal temperatures as far as heat conditions. Lucky, I think you can probably attest for that too, how close we are. But it's just funny because the news, and I know maybe it's a slow news day or whatever, but the news always talks about how hot it is. And I remember seeing this one graph, and it was, I like conspiracies, but it was talking about, it was showing an image where the temperature was like 70, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, or like 85, 83, 78. But they changed the graph or the map to be like I have here, the darkest red, some yellow, some purple, and they made it look like everything was just this completely like just heat map, just blazing heat. And then you look at the numbers, and it was like 78, 82 degrees. It was nothing. So that was the news trying to church it up a little bit. And that's kind of what I was kind of poking fun a little bit. People get caught off guard, and it's just, to me, I think it's pretty comical because it's called the summer. So, but we have been getting beat up. Like I said, Lucky, you know what we're talking about here, or what I'm talking about, but it's been brutal. It's been pretty hot, but once again, it's the summer. So I kind of went into that, and I kind of went into like, how you go about it. If it's too hot, you don't have, nothing says you have to ride. Nothing says if it's too hot, too cold that you have to ride. But I also talked about how the fun part for me is, or the fortunate part is, I can ride pretty much 365. Now there's definitely days where we get obviously below freezing, and it's maybe not an interstate travel, 50, 55 plus mile an hour travel speed. Maybe it's more of a back road thing, and that way I keep the speeds, between 35 and 45 or so, and with the wind chill, or as they say, the real feel. Yeah, the next few days are perfect. Absolutely. Yeah, I rode today. I rode yesterday. I rode to work the day before, so I'm on a 3-day streak here, and absolutely. I mean, any errand I can do, I'm gonna try to go and do on the bike, especially. I mean, I carry a book bag a lot, but having the saddlebags back on because my truck broke down, I had to be able to carry my turnout gear. But it's definitely been nice. But yeah, I always try to go on the bike when I can. You say something? No, he didn't. Okay. Thought he said something. All right, last video. That's not right. That's right. All right, this. Oh man, this one I had a little narrative here. Yeah, motorcycle plus heat waves equals brutal reality. So this dude, it was funny. There's a meme about dudes turning their heads when a motorcycle goes by, and it's always like you think you get a motorcycle because there's like the chicks are gonna dig it or whatever, the women are gonna love it, and then I drive by this guy, and of course he turns around and looks at me, and I'm like, yeah, turning heads since 2017, right? Oh man, it's goofy. But it's a pretty. There's a video too. I couldn't find it. I was trying to show my buddy, but it's like three dudes hanging out. I think they're playing video games, and a motorcycle goes by outside the window, and they hear it, and they start running to the door, and open the door. They're on like the front porch, and they're yelling at the guy riding the bike, and it's like what you thought motorcycles were gonna get you or something. So, and then this is me that I always spill, and that's not diesel. That's BP. They use green nozzles, but I always spill the gas. It always like shoots back at me. I wish that opening was a lot. That was a joke in there. The opening was a lot smaller, so it would just fit the nozzle perfectly, and I wouldn't have to worry about spillage. But yeah, there's my book bag packed to the gills. So this just goes over like the heat. I understand. If I go to the comments, I'm gonna pull them up too right now. Let's see. I need to find my cursor. I can't believe there's my light. I hate that light. I realize like my head's like I keep moving because from window to window or whatever, laptop screen to monitor, and my head's just like looking around here like I'm a cat looking for a laser. I just keep moving this around. Where am I putting it? Where am I putting it? And I gotta look to see where I'm putting it. Not to cover up my face, which I could actually. Oh, it goes behind. Never mind. Oh, that's not what I want. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, my 360 died. I thought I had more charge, but I didn't. Those batteries, they lasted a long time from the get go, but I guess they're starting to wear out. Now that I start to use my 360 more, I've been using it on most of my rides. So the Silver Swinger 82, he's popped in and out a few times here. But talk about he's in Pennsylvania and he's able to ride year round. In Pennsylvania, they get a lot more snow than we do, for sure. So for him to be able to ride year round for the most part is pretty good. Australia, how hot it gets, yeah. You say Australia and Texas, man. Yeah, and he's talking about like taking early rides to kind of beat the heat, but then you got to deal with the wildlife. And then TC, you talk about, yeah, Googling or whatever. Googling, doing a search for Chesapeake. And then he mentions that, unfortunately, we can only have 6 chickens. My face, exactly. Exactly my face. Yeah, 6 chickens. My dog would love chickens. Let's see. But yeah, no, it's a good place. I definitely enjoy it. There's not Virginia Beach. There's obviously a lot more to do. Hampton Roads. People know Norfolk. People know Virginia Beach. Chesapeake is. It's nice because there's like everything around, but there's not like Virginia Beach has an amphitheater. The beach. I don't really go to the beach, but they have a beach. The amphitheater. Norfolk has Harbor Park, so the Ties game. Which is our AAA team around here. The Admirals hockey team. So like I don't even know what I don't know what the minor league team is or whatever they're designated. Not NHL, but whatever that is below. AHL. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm not gonna read that. Swinglish Steve. Oh man. And then this where American Outlaw / Rascal. Yeah. All the above. Yeah, the mirrors. I got the mirrors from, like I said, Amazon. And I found my other, the Mickey Mouse mirrors, the chrome mirrors, the original ones. I found those. So I'm going to put those. I'm going to put the original mirrors on. I'm going to put the windscreen that came with it. It's a little small windscreen. It's not very big. And the seat itself. Obviously, can't change the exhaust, but I'll have it for the most part. It'll kind of look like the day I bought it. And the day it came out, really, minus the windscreen and the exhaust, obviously. Restless Mule talks about, so one of the things, there's ways to combat the heat. So we talk about, and y'all know this, y'all been riding enough, or depending on the climate, and the cold too. So I kind of go into cold as well, even though this is more of a heat-related video because it's based on the summertime. But there's ways to combat it. So where I was mentioning, I'm not going to take a fast ride from point A to B on the interstate when it's 32 degrees. There's a chart that shows the wind chill, or the real feel, as they're trying to coin it now, the phrase, where if you're traveling at, 50 miles an hour and the temperature is 50 degrees, it's going to feel like it's in the 30s or something like that. It's kind of crazy. It's very, there's a pretty big difference. And the cold didn't usually bother me, or didn't used to up until the last couple years. So a ties back. Yeah. Yeah, lucky. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty sure he still has a ties bat that he got in the mid-90s. Yeah, it's fun to go. I don't really like watching baseball, but going in person, absolutely, it's fun. I enjoy that. And now that the Orioles, I was kind of my team. If I was going to pick a team, it'd be the Baltimore Orioles. But I'm a diehard Redskin fan. Me and Rascal. Yep. But there's ways to combat the heat and the cold. So you pick and choose your routes. Obviously, if it's 100 degrees outside, I'll still ride. I don't have a problem with that. Absolutely not. But I'm not going to ride on the interstate home and sit in traffic and just bake. It's liquid cooled. I'm not air cooled, but at the same time, like a full face helmet, and jeans. I don't really have a riding jacket, but those who dress like I guess appropriately for safety. You'd want to have, as much as you can, but then you're covering everything up, and just sweating to death over that. But whether it's cold or hot, there's ways to combat it. I'm gonna probably go to the back roads. The video I had before this that I was showing, where I was kind of in the country area, where the back roads. There's that snow we got. It's like 12 or 13 inches of snow, but I don't want to bake in traffic. I don't want to bake in a red light. So I will just plan my route accordingly, depending on the weather. And then this was spoke to now. He's in Canada, so this was kind of surprising. Everybody thinks Canada's gonna be freezing cold, but he's able to ride year round. He was able to bundle up or whatever, and he's got a couple of days with 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I appreciate that, because he's a Celsius guy, so I didn't have to do the math or the calculations are there. And then Whisker 74, obviously he rides. That was a no-brainer. He rides year-round. But we were talking about the difference in the temperature and with asphalt. So he mentioned in Australia, once it hit 130 degrees Fahrenheit, he said, I'm staying home. Otherwise, 1,102 pounds of his motorcycle and the rider will probably sink into the softened asphalt. So I've heard stories about there's people buy like little platforms or whatever for their kickstand. I've done it because it's been mud, so I'm trying to disperse the weight a little bit. But if you on a hot day you put all that weight on that little point of your kickstand, and then you come back and it's sunken into the asphalt. So I can only imagine, especially 1,100-pound bike. Oh yeah. Talking about Moto Alley saying, that's what's funny. Like doing these videos. And another one, the video I made yesterday for tomorrow, the videos, like I'm saying stuff and like it's transpiring in front of me. And I said it during one of the videos, but I'm talking about something, and then within like not even 10 seconds, within like 4, 5, 6 seconds, whatever, it'll like transpire in front of me as like the perfect example. What do you think about that? Speechless. Absolutely speechless. It's amazing. And I was talking about the Toyota because I'm looking at another truck. So I mentioned about the Toyota, and it literally passes me when I'm going over the bridge behind me. And then this guy, another new person, the Brucey. I guess maybe it's Brucey. I don't know. Brucey 11. He's talking about living in Florida, and he rarely rides in July or August. Yeah, August is usually like that. Shoot, he's probably dodging hurricanes, unfortunately, but. Yeah, Florida is such nice weather. So it's real nice. I've been there a couple times, and It's crazy because you can. I mean, the meteorologists are ridiculous because how they have a job, I don't know. Other than hurricane season, the time I went down there for a week, it was Monday through Monday through Friday, so it was during the actual week, not the weekend, and it was 88 to 92 for a high, and it said 50% chance of rain for the 7-day forecast, and sure enough, 50% of the time it rains. But you can literally see the rain off in the distance, and then later on it'll rain where you are, but it'll be two different storms, and it's wild. But yeah, they get their rain, so that's a different thing to combat is a pop-up rain shower in Florida. One of the reasons, obviously, it looks so nice with the foliage, but the other thing is because obviously it rains, so you have to combat that. But he mentioned about rarely riding in July or August, not even probably about rain, but based on heat. Let's see, and then another guy too, Flycast. So there's a couple of new people. I appreciate that anybody commenting and all that stuff. It's fun to get to know you guys. So a couple new people. Flycast 641 says that he's got a cooler vest. So I meant to look at that. I don't necessarily need it because I'll just sweat. I really don't care. But he mentions that it lasts up. He's in West Texas, and it'll last him about 6 hours. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, especially like Texas, how hot it gets there, humidity and everything. They say it's not the heat, it's the humidity. And then he mentions there's nothing now to ride in heat. I've been using it, he says, I've been using it for 3 years now. So that's pretty cool. That's definitely something to look into for sure if you have problems with the heat, if that bothers you and everything. But I tell you what, I need to find something. I got the gloves I want to try out for the winter time. We'll get there. We'll get. I'm not rushing to get to the winter. I know Australia is rushing for us to get to the winter so they can get some summer. But that southern hemisphere. All right, what do we got? I think that's it. So let's go up to the top. All right, so this quick conversation here. How do y'all make your thumbnails? I actually want to know about that. Maybe I'll do I probably could have done a poll or something. I've never done a poll. But how do you all do your thumbnails if you're around and you hear this, or if you're watching a playback, drop that in because I'm curious about that. So I use Canva. Obviously, I have that. I have I don't know. I still can't remember if it's Adobe Suite or whatever, but it's basically like it's all the pay a monthly subscription for Premiere Pro, Lightroom, Photoshop, After Effects. Like it's everything Adobe, and it gives you everything. And I don't use everything. There's a ton that's looped in there, but I want to get to the point where I ditch Canva. And there's some good things about Canva, the simplicity, and I mean it was easy to set this up, and it was copy and paste. It's all I just figured out. Going back to this is the first one I ever did where I just used Lightroom for the color grading, color correcting, whatever you want to do. And then for text, I use Photoshop. You can't do text in Lightroom, so it's two different programs. And I just moved it, and it's easy to do on Canva. And that's why it's just one of those things you just pop it in text. It's actually pretty easy. Photoshop's going to take some getting used to, but I'm already paying for it. What do you think about that? Exactly. So I'm already paying for it, so I want to branch off because the other thing is, the reason why I use Premiere Pro is because there's so many. The ceiling, I mentioned this before, but like the ceiling of the program I was using was here, and my skill level, or at least knowing how to do everything, not my skill, but was like right here. And eventually I was gonna be there, where Premiere Pro was, the sky as far as where the ceiling is. From Premiere Pro, After Effects, and all that other stuff. After Effects it's more of your effects. It's a program built for that, but it's Adobe. You can link them together. That's how you can do like motion tracking, where if I, if you put a picture on something and it's supposed to attach to whatever, I used to do, I don't know, a lot more jokes, but if I wanted to put a monster like on my shoulder, as I was moving, I could attach it to my shoulder and it would move in an image. So that's After Effects. Not really relevant now, but it was at one point. It's just a more detailed. You can do certain things in Premiere Pro, but you can do things a lot better using After Effects. But I'm getting to learn Lightroom, color grading, color correcting. I kind of do that with all my pictures. I was using Lightroom. This one, for example, you have to dumb it down a little bit, change the resolution because it's got to be able to. It's got to be less than 2 megabytes to be a thumbnail, which is unfortunate. So you can't get all the detail, but it was fun. It was fun to make this. It's one of my favorite ones. Then I started really liking this one just because it was just extreme, and I was just kind of messing around, toying with that, and came up with that. But maybe let's see. I'll read that in a second. I'll finish what I'm saying. But I just want to kind of branch away because, one, you save that membership. You know, I mean, I'm already paying for something I can do, and two, to learn Photoshop, to learn Lightroom better, because that's kind of the other thing. The other channel that I have that I haven't done anything with is going to be learning more of the craft of photography, editing those pictures, and videography. You know, just learning about the camera, learning about all this other stuff. So, obviously, can have a place for this channel. Moto Alley does a great. He does a great job at adding photography to the motovlogs that he has, a motovlog community. If he watches the playback here, Moto Alley, I would encourage you. I know you mentioned before. I think it's a great idea, especially if you do it just to kind of get some I would say experience, but more so get the word out that you mentioned about throwing something on Facebook. And I know you do your metal prints, but you were going to take like photos of other people's bikes and stuff, and eventually you could do that, you know, to charge, or you could charge now, it doesn't matter. But that's one of those things that would be kind of cool if you got that going too. Just because you mentioned it, not that you obviously have to, but that would definitely be pretty cool. It's something I would like to do. Doesn't have to be, that's different video, different channel is what I'm getting at. So we'll leave that alone. That's a whole different topic. But no, I think it's a good idea. There's a guy, is it Infinite Rider? I don't know if it's Rida or Ryda, Infinite Rider, Ryde. But either way, he does that. He does photography for motorcycles and models and all that stuff. So I've seen him do it. I saw him do it, and you mentioned it like after that or something. He's not somebody in our community, but you mentioned it, and I was like, man, yeah, absolutely, because I've seen it firsthand work out pretty well. So anyway, going to the chat, yeah, what do y'all use? So you have a paid version of a thumbnail maker app. I think it was $20 or so. Just Lucky Aces. In case somebody watched the playback, I'm trying to read it. He uses the paid version of a thumbnail maker app. I think it was $20 or so. So it's a one-time fee, which is nice because that's the thing nowadays. Everything nickels and dimes you monthly. So Lucky, the Canva's a free. Not everything's free. So like if you go to the text, and let's see, I just hit this and hit the font, for example. A lot of stuff's behind paywall. So if you look, see this crown. Oh, you probably can't see it. Oh, maybe you can. I don't know. Behind these text over here, there's crowns. If there's a crown, then it's not free. It's Canva Pro. But all these you can use. So you could actually get an image. You can get a screenshot of your stuff if you wanted to. So Canva's nice. I mean, it's definitely easy to use. It's very forgiving. But if you ever wanted to do, I don't know what the app that you have. I mean, it's working fine. But even like highlighting and all that stuff, like you select your subject, remove. Well, this is paid. You can remove the background, so you could change just the contrast of the subject, which would be me. Same thing as like moving the text behind. So there's like, and I wanted to see how to do it based on Photoshop, but able to move the text behind me by using layers and masking and everything. TC, so he says, I screenshot the video and then I make it an image in a new video in my video editing software to put to put words or whatever on it, then export that screenshot from the video quite a long way around. Yeah, but it works, man. It works just fine, except for you pouring out the monster. But I've forgotten about that. I'll tell you what, that still image comes in handy. Just use Microsoft Paint. There you go. Yeah, you're going old school there. That's awesome. Oh, Microsoft Paint. And Rascal, I really needed to. Yeah. So, cool too. Oh, Whiskers, what's up, man? You finally made it. Yeah. No, you're good, man. You're good. Let's see. I'm thinking here. So, Rascal, I know you were talking about doing some editing. If you ever need, for real, Rascal, if I can help you with anything, with editing or whatever you're doing, I really enjoy it. So don't hesitate to reach out. Here's my if I go back up here, I can leave it up there. Move me. It's on my. Hold on, I gotta move me up real quick. Boom. There's my email. If I can ever help you on anything, anybody, there's my email for the channel. It's on the channel too, but just in case. And it's fun. You don't have to stress out about it. And that's the other thing. And I know you're not stressed out, but I'm just talking out loud. Editing, I mean, you get to make the video the way you want. People leave it just, uncut. Whiskers just dropped in. I mean, he's had like a couple hour video where you can actually, it's pretty cool. It's the only one I've seen, Whiskers still to this day, where you can actually, Ben is Whisker74. We recovered from almost 500 miles in the saddle yesterday. Yeah. Got a pillow seat. Damn. That's funny. Yeah, that's quite a bit, man. Yeah, Lucky Aces did a round trip, 350 miles, I think you said. Yeah, gotta have a good seat for sure. Take breaks. Well, what do you get? I guess you gotta take breaks for sure. I was talking about mine. Mine's just under 200 miles. 190 miles is the longest trip I took. So 190, stayed the weekend, and then came back. And then we're looking at Lake Gaston. One thing you missed is Lucky Aces riding. I always say Lucky Aces, but we'll go with that. Lucky Aces riding, but we're going to meet up somewhere maybe in Lake Gaston, which is 96 miles away. Still numb, yeah. But editing is fun because it's part. So how you riding your motorcycle? My voice cracked. You riding your motorcycle, so nervous. Ben got in here. I got nervous. So you ride your motorcycle. So the motorcycle says something about you. First of all, you ride a motorcycle. Second of all, what motorcycle you ride, especially if it was your choice to get that motorcycle, and it's not just based on. Well, I mean, yeah, it could be a lot of things. Those who record, what you say obviously says a lot about you during the upload process and the comments and replying to comments, going live, like all this other stuff. But how you edit the video says stuff about you too. So it is literally, you could take the video, Rascal, and you and I, if I was you were me, whatever, and we said the same thing and then made a video, we would do it vastly different. And there's nothing wrong with that, because how you edit it, and I'm not even talking about like skill level, you starting out, you want to do it a certain way, just do it. Just do it. So and I know it takes a lot of time, so it's not something that you have to like. You can be as busy as you want. And I'll tell you this, you're forewarned. I thought that the better I got at actually editing using Premiere Pro, the quicker things would go. And there's truth to that to a degree, because you can save like templates, or you can obviously memorize how to do something. But all that did was make me want to know the next step and how to edit this and this and this and do it differently, and how to work on color grading and color correcting, which I did a lot in this video coming out tomorrow, just out of to practice and to see if it was going to be kind of, I guess, worth a damn. But my videos, honestly, they are quicker than they used to be, but they still take a long time to make. But that's my choice too. So that's what I'm looking at. So Photoshop versus Canva. I'm gonna try to get to Lightroom, try to use Photoshop, and try to ditch Canva. That's the goal. Saves me $119, and I think it's $19 even. I don't even think it's 99 cents. I think basically $120 a year it'll save me, and that's coming up. So that'd be nice to pocket that change, save that for a truck. I should say motorcycle, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The other thing is, there's a couple things that if you look at, if you were to type, I don't know, motorcycle, Just came to me. So one thing with Canva, if I'm looking for like B-roll or something or a picture and I want to do something, this just pops up. I don't have to Google anything. I don't have to do anything. But the problem is, you can't really see it, but there's a crown here. So you have to have, for this image, for you to use this image, you have to have the pro version of Canva, which is the cheap is $119 based on monthly price, but $120 that you'd have to come up with to get this. I'm kind of in the mindset now that either I'm going to film my own B-roll, take my own pictures, or some Google images, or AI, computer generate. It's not perfect, but I may do that. And I mean, like B-roll, I can do this myself. I can shoot this myself. So I'm kind of in the mindset that I might want to do that. I don't really use stock images anymore. I don't really do like videos like this anymore. I try to do more of a less editing in my videos now, as far as I don't know, it's kind of weird. Not weird. I don't edit. I edit a lot, but I don't edit the same way, where it required a lot of images or jokes or something like that. If I was saying something was off, and then I had like, you know, a measuring stick that would be off, or I had like a, you know, a level or something where the bubble was off or something. I used to do that because I used to have a different program than Canva that I would get stock videos from, and I kind of made jokes and stuff. But I don't do that anymore, or very rarely. So I don't need it. I don't need this as much, and that's kind of where I'm trying to branch off and utilize what I'm paying for anyway. Might as well, and I'll be able to like OBS, how everything is perfect. Not even using the right camera. Yeah, the sky's the limit for Photoshop and Lightroom. What could possibly go wrong? Moving on. It's the first time I said that today. Moving on. Call me whatever, just not late for dinner. Yeah. Damn right. Open shot wasn't bad. It's free too. Yeah, and that's the thing. All your extra dollars need to warm up that shed anyway. There's a lot of free programs out there that will be just fine. Yeah, limited on the free version, but it gets you like it'll definitely, you could definitely use Canva, the free version, especially the text, the font, and all that stuff. And you put your image. I mean, all you're doing is grabbing this picture of you, for example. This is you, of course it is, right? And then you get this, and then you just add a text and do whatever, and you can. I'm not going to make it now, but that's not this live stream. But it gives you stuff. I mean, this right here. This is actually the font I use for my live streams. And it's just, I just thought it looked cool. Right here. That's it. And I did before that too. Boom. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. I might make a poll. And just curious what people use. That's a different story. So now let's go to, I think, the last topic. Sneak peek for Thursday. I actually don't have a thumbnail, but I will go to Instagram because it's pretty funny. Hit up the gram. Oh yeah. Okay. Instagram. All right. That's blurry for some reason. Are they all blurry? Dude, what? Oh, that's good. I uploaded that today. How is that blurry? Huh. Well, I got a better image somewhere. Let me find it. Let me put you over here. There's my face. How pleased I am. Damn, I can't believe that. This is the image. How did that happen? Everything. I tell you what. Everything is going perfect. So this is tomorrow's video. You talk about, I told you I love editing, right? Oh, good. I can zoom in. Golly. I tell you what, just want to think I know what I'm doing. So tomorrow's video, I don't have the thumbnail yet, and this will be a perfect example. When I was talking about Whiskers bin / bin, I knew that you joined late, and just a conversation I was having is with going live more often, but not to this caliber where I was going to be live for 2 hours. I'm coming up on that right now. Or I was going to do like quick hits, 30 minutes, all hours of the day. Doesn't matter if I got some free time. It's gonna practice where I can dial in my live stuff. I've got a pile of wreckage behind me because it was actually supposed to show the wall right here, because I rummaged through everything. If I get a chance, I'll talk about that story. But the camera here is not working right because it's this camera. No, that's not. That's still the webcam. I don't know. But oh, you know what? I'll show you what camera. Never mind. I'm just gonna break it. Yeah, we'll just skip that. But I was telling myself a few weeks ago that I was gonna like slow down my editing, and I was going to not be as detailed, I guess, detail oriented, because I was like, you know, I don't have. For some reason, I feel like I don't have the time, and I do in some degrees, but then something always comes up. It's life, right? Where I feel like a lot of my days where I say, "Oh, this is my day," and this is life. Trust me, I get it. Yeah, I'm 40. I get it. This is my day. I'm gonna edit, and then something happens, and it takes away that day. You know, it is what it is. So then I'm trying to run through something. I'm staying up late. I'm editing, and I stay up late anyway. I'll be up. It's almost 10 o'clock now, and I don't work tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym after this. I've slacked the gym the last 2 weeks after doing really good for 3 months for the first time in my life. And then I got in a funk. It's all over. I'm all over the place. Okay, and just like word vomiting now. But I just feel like I was like not having time, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna slow my edits down. I'm gonna slow my roll. I want to do another channel based on photography. I want to have a gaming channel. I want to do all these things I want to do. I want to make it sounds silly. I want to write a book. I want to get into writing. I want to make a short film. Like there's so many things I want to do. And I was like, I spend so much time on this, and I love it. I enjoy it, and y'all are a huge part of that. But I was like, man, I gotta figure out if I just kind of like make it more mainstream and not edit so much, as you're looking at this, right? And then at the end of the day, I was like, man, I can't. I just can't do it, because I always said that this was gonna be, you know, I said it when I announced that I was gonna do different channels, because I don't want to put it on this one. It'd be great if I could, but I don't want to. I'm not trying to divide audience. I'm not trying to. It's just a whole separate topic. So I can do a little bit of photography, but not what I want to do and stuff, and learning photography as I was learning YouTube, I guess, when I went way back when, in growth and everything. But I can't limit. And this became the edit, and I laughed. I was like, I zoomed out, and just looking at this. This is the audio file. The green over here is GoPro. The red is 360. Then I color graded them. So I changed it. I learned about skin tone over here. Well, you can't really see it. Let me go here and move this. I'll move me over here. This over here on the left is based on skin tone. That line right there, it follows. If you can see it, maybe just a little bit. Oh, I can zoom in a little bit, right? Oh, dang. Oh, where am I? Where am I? This is not me. It's not me either. Where'd it go? I don't need this. I lost it. Found it. Oh, it is here. Wait, what? Oh, I know why. I gotta back out. Give me 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I don't even know. Oh, so I lost me. I don't know. Anyway, just learning about all this stuff. Like, this doesn't matter to motovlogs. This doesn't matter. It matters to me a lot. Like what the vector, like the histograms, like all this other stuff matters to me. And it doesn't matter. And I don't mind teaching and teaching you what I know, but it's not the same. It's not you know, so it's just a separate channel. It is what it is. I may do lives and edit and all that other stuff, but it'll be foretold that it's about editing or something like that. You know, like one of those things, like editing a thumbnail. But it, you know, there's music right here. Voiceover is in blue, and then the color grading for the GoPro, color grading, color correcting, whatever, whichever one is which. There's subtitles over here on the left. There's graphics over here, or actually over here. I don't know. This is not simple. I did the complete opposite, and loved it. Loved every second of it too. So that comes out. The reason I show you this is I don't have a thumbnail yet. I have an idea what I'm going to do. I'm going later on today. I'm going to go to the gym, finally, take the dog. We're going to run around at the track after midnight by ourselves. She's going to run in the woods. She's going to come back. She's going to run 10 miles. I'm going to walk probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles around the track. And yeah. All right, let me catch up on some of the chat real quick, and then we'll see about concluding. So, Lucky, at first, absolutely, as far as it looking complicated, but this is, you riding a motorcycle is complicated. It is not to us now, but think about balance, right? Direction, speed, throttle control, friction zone, counter steering. Like trying to explain counter steering to somebody that doesn't ride, sequential. What about one down, neutral, half up is neutral? Like that's confusing to a bunch of people. Sequential shifts, blinkers away, canceling blinkers, which is hard for me. Your bulb burnout. So I mean, that's one of the things. So, like everything, absolutely, it looks maybe intimidating. It looks frustrating, annoying, or whatever. But like, it's second nature. And I didn't even label all these like they should have been as far as the color and everything. But then it would make more sense where you could see the green. The green, literally, the green is the audio for the GoPro. The red was in this row right here. That got deleted because I don't use the audio for the 360. To link them together, the two cameras together, I just clap, and then I find that, I mark it. Do I have a mark? Oh, right here. That's where they met. This marker right here. So then I mark the video file, which would be down here, and I mark the video file that would be on here, and then I just link them together, and they stick like a magnet, because this is engaged right here. So the clips will actually, this magnet tool. So if I were to pick this clip up here and move it over, it will stop right here and be exactly at that frame. If I didn't have this magnet, it would go past it and merge into it, and then it's just, it all makes sense. It all makes sense the more you do. Same thing as riding. But this is fun to me. I'm with you on that, Lucky. Yeah. But Ben, all right, so the way you edit, Ben, Whisker74, the way you edit, when, like I said, I was getting into it, where you have the 360, where I can watch your video, put your video on, I edit your video, and Paul's moto's in. Like, y'all have long videos where it's just, y'all go places or ride, and you're on the laptop here where the camera is, and I'm over here editing, and then glance over here, and it's just cool. It's just neat. So like your editing is way different than mine, but it's like purposeful, and that's what I love about. That's why I say Rascal. Like everybody's editing style is different, and it's not you people are gonna joke and say it's lazy. It's not. That's how you want to do it. If that's all the time you have, I'm telling you guys, the fact that you ride a motorcycle is one thing. The fact that you film it and want to share it with the public, with the world. When I talk about inspirations, there's people that could give a damn about my stuff, and I'm perfectly fine with that. About me talking, about me rambling, and all that other stuff. They just want to watch somebody ride a motorcycle. So their Whiskers, Ben. There's yours, perfect, uncut. For the most part, whatever. 3 hours long, 2 hours long. I know you said how long it takes to upload and to render and all that stuff, to export and to upload to YouTube, and the amount of time that you take to do that. Same thing with Paul. Like, he's discussed why he does it, and there's people that will watch that, and it's like, I guess, when it comes to the point, if I can't ride anymore and I'm old fart or whatever, I'll always watch motovlogs. It'll be one of those things. By then, you just put a damn virtual headset on, and I'm sure you can. Well, you probably do that now. I'll stick to jump cuts. Yeah. No, you're good, man. And I mean, you do the same thing. You do the picture in picture. I've seen that. Like you do stuff, and lucky. I mean, I could talk all about y'all. All everybody here, I watch y'all's videos. But lucky, I've said before, like, I mean, editing. If you looked at, I've said like when you do your repairs or well maintenance, but more so like modifications, and you have the camera and you show like placement, and it's easier just to do it. It's harder to film it and make sure that you get the right angle and all that stuff, and set up and then hit record and stop and then put it all together. Like jump cuts or not, man, that takes time. So you're definitely helping out people, especially with that boom vader. I think I'm saying it right. But there's people that are going to do exactly what you do, you know, with the 17 tooth sprocket, 17 tooth, I think it was. But all the modifications you're doing, even dialing the speedometer, like this, like it's essentially is a how-to. Without saying you're a professional, you're just doing it, and this is how you did it. But I've always said, and I've said it before, the way that you link your other videos is like second to none. I haven't seen anybody else do it better than that. If you like this video, or if you know, blah blah blah, check out the unboxing of when I got the boom vader. Yeah, I just skipped ahead. I'm probably just too critical. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's just if you're your own worst critic, I've always viewed that as a good thing because it just means you give a damn. It means you care. That's not just about motovlogs. That's just in general. So we have random tangent. We have I've been talking about it lately. That's why it's in my head. So there's firefighter. There's like in the fire department, there's a firefighter. Then they have a few years back to be competitive with other cities. They got the senior route. They brought that back. So senior firefighter, master firefighter, and you have to meet certain qualifications, extra hours, like 300 hours and 400 hours for master, for like extra educational, like, you know, whatever points and stuff that they rate the hours and certifications and stuff. And well, then there's some other stuff, specialty team or an acting officer, and they've gotten rid of some of the stuff. They've made it, I say, easier, more obtainable. I don't know what's the right word to not offend somebody, but it used to be 10 years for senior, 15 years for master. Now it's, I think, 7 and 10. So whatever, it's more obtainable. Well, I'm a master firefighter by accomplishing all what I needed to do to get that. But that title drives me crazy. And when you talk about being critical of yourself, I'm critical of myself to you know, like no other. And it's because I care, because I want to do right, I want to be right, do right, and all the other stuff. But the word master, like, I'm critical about that, because that is tangent. They said in the academy, I never forgot it, and it's to this day it's the same thing. The day you think you've mastered the fire department, or the day that you think that you've well, I don't know. We'll just keep it at that. That's the trigger word, I guess. Mastered the fire department is the day you should resign or retire, because it's forever changing, and that's life in general. What's up, buddy? So for them to have a master, and we're not the only city, but to have the master, like a master firefighter, as far as a rank, just seems like maybe a poor choice of words. Come on, buddy. I got you. Give me a hug. Yeah, gotcha. I gotcha. I wish I had the big. Yeah. Wish I had the big screen. I don't get the big screen, buddy. Yeah. We gonna hang out today? We gonna hang out? What else we got? Can you read the chat? Read the chat. You wanna get down? All right. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah. All right. Let's finish. Oh gosh, look at this. Look at that. That's it, dude. That's it. It's everywhere. Go eat your hair. All right. Let me finish up right here. That's so funny. That dog, hair is everywhere. It's going to be all over the gym now. Rascal, I don't know. It says, I want to get into editing now. The kiddos are older. I don't know if you mean like you want to get into editing when they're older, or now, so that you can document, like, kind of like that autobiography, or the, I don't know. I'm not reading that right, maybe. Yeah, you're good. Like, yeah, yeah. The like I said, it's easy for me for the two cameras. Just link them together, sync them together, link them together, whatever. Sync them together, and then all I have to do is delete. So as you can see here, it goes in. Let's see. It's kind of. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. If you edit anything like this, if you just go on here, there's a video track. So the GoPro and the 360, right? Camera 1, camera 2. Anytime I cut this out and delete it, then as this timeline goes, it will show whatever here is, because this is a void spot. So that's literally how it goes from 360 to GoPro to 360 to GoPro to 360 to GoPro with images or something. It might be a video, it might be a text. I don't know what that is yet without looking at it, and then transitions right to 360. So it's actually not bad. Hey, I appreciate your service there, Rascal. That's never gonna go unnoticed. No, it's fun. It's definitely a fun career. Yeah, Fallon making an appearance, leaving a lasting impression on me. All her dog hair, it's all over me, dude. Especially if I don't shave. Well, I don't shave my days off, but like, I'll be fighting with her and it'll be all over me. I'm like just picking it out off my chin. TC, my editing is super basic, but I'm okay with that for now, at least. Yeah, I think I'm getting better over time. There's also the time versus reward ratio of putting many hours into a video. Yeah, and I think that another thing that could be said. Oh, this is perfect. I like this. It's funny. Actually, I don't know why. Oh, well, I was showing a lot of stuff. Let's do this real quick. Stand by. Boom. There's me. All right. So, dog hair. The frustrating part. It can get frustrating to a point because you put a lot of time. You put a lot of time in YouTube, and we all do, different degrees, different. I don't say degree of difficulty, but like, what am I looking for? Expectations. So the more time you put in it, doesn't mean anything. It does, but I put 12 hours in videos and I get 40 views or something like that. I do things vastly different. Than a lot of motor vloggers. I've already said that. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Then I have videos that are they it is what it is. It's YouTube, man. There's nothing. I'm literally, and I said this in a comment the other day, and it's just, I think this is just gonna be my motto. I don't own YouTube. It doesn't owe me anything. I rent a space, and I think I'm kind of in that mindset now, where I do this for fun. I would love for it to be something more than fun. As far as, I don't ever want it to feel like a chore or a job, but that would be awesome if it became on my own terms, as far as like an income, and all that stuff. And that's the whole Project 2034 in retirement. Would absolutely love to do, video editing, whether it's a motorcycle or the other channels or something like that, or a combination of everything. Once I retire, and I think that'd be awesome. I mean, to travel the I won't say the world, but the country, or maybe even Canada. But go up north and do all this stuff and film it, and then, have all this footage and miniseries and everything like that. I mean, that'd be phenomenal. Is it going to happen? Yeah, probably not. But it would be phenomenal. It'd be a lot of fun. But the more time you put into it, you learn. I've learned so much. I've learned what not to do. And it's not like what works and what doesn't work on YouTube. It's not that, because I've never really, at this point in time, I don't follow trends. I have, I'll show you all something that I've never showed anybody before. And I also got to the point where, see, I got to make me small again. Hold on. Speechless. I'm going to show you all something I've never showed anybody. But I also stopped making these for playbacks, as far as that. If you come to my live, I'm not trying to like move past something because I want to make it more entertaining for a playback, because one, people don't watch a playback, which is fine. Is based on the analytics and everything, but two, more importantly, you guys are here, you guys are spending time. I'm just gonna do it. We're having fun. We're gonna do our thing. All right, I'm gonna show you something I've never showed anybody. So we are gonna come back out of, let's see. Hit this button. So this is when I talk about trends. Well, I don't do YouTube right, blah blah blah, whatever. All right, thumbnails. This is proof, and I'm telling you guys, I've never showed this to anybody. All right, so this is episode 85. Okay, we're on episode 124. All right, if you look at here, these are like all my episodes. I started to keep track of them. Some of them are duplicate because I was editing them and everything, and what they became, what they were, and what they became. So this is my last video, right? Boom. But what you don't have, episode 123. What I don't have is a year ago, last summer, people were making, exclusive here, people were making videos about like our motovlogs dying, right? You know, the art of motovlogs, are they dying on YouTube and all this stuff. I remember Yammy Noob, if you know him, I don't watch him. I watched him way back in the day, and I think he just likes to piss people off or something like that. But our motovlog's dying. Shade Tree did. I didn't even watch it. It was like I think he did a live or something. I watched like the first 5 minutes. I meant to go back and watch it, but I also don't want to watch it because I want to have my own opinion. But literally all these 95, episode 95, some Beyond the Rides at 94, 93, 92. All right. So going all the way back to 85. Okay. This one right here, episode 91, which changes. Hold on. 89. And so right around 89, I actually started to make the thumbnail that I haven't even made this video yet. So that's why I said an exclusive. This video, and you're looking at each episode is about a week. Right? So we're 30 plus weeks away from when I made this, at least. And then I did it again because I thought I was going to do it here. So I made this. It's an old logo, whatever. And this was AI generated because I didn't want to be disrespectful. I was going to actually go and take a picture in the graveyard, but I was like, nah, let me just do this. So this is probably what the thumbnail is going to look like. And it is literally me because I don't want to do trends. I want to do YouTube for myself. And I'm not as opposed to trends now. I still haven't jumped on board of any trend, but this trend was trending last summer, and I still haven't gotten to it. So it's going to be my take on it. You know, our motovlogs dying on YouTube and all that stuff. So I don't care if anybody makes that video. It's not my idea, y'all. But I'm going to make a video on this. And yeah, I've never showed that to anybody. I've never told anybody this. And as you can see, it's way back here. It's when I first started trying to keep all my thumbnails on one timeline or whatever you want to call it. Yep. That's my most popular video. Everybody loves drama. Yeah. All right. Let me catch up here, and then I'll make sure I don't miss anything. Lucky Aces, YouTube can be confusing. Sometimes I think I have a great topic and the video flops. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But other times I'll ramble about nothing on the way home from work in 15 minutes or for 15 minutes, and it takes off. Absolutely. That's why I don't really understand. No discredit to anybody. But I like this video here. This video is an anomaly for me because it is. I could even pull up the analytics. This video is my most viewed video was like 7,500 views, and before that was like I think 2,600 or something like that. This video was like 10,000 views and a click-through rate of 10%. And July 1st, it just stopped. Virtually no impressions. Like it gets like one impression every like 4 or 5 days, and it just stopped. 10%. 10% is like. I mean, I'm anywhere. My click-through rate is anywhere between like, it's probably my average is probably like 3-point-something%, and this is like 3 times that, and it just stopped showing. So as far as YouTube, man, I am so like, you'll never know that. It's just so funny. Like the best video you have, like there's videos where that was pretty funny. What is I thought? What's one I thought that was gonna be really good? Retirement after the fire. Comparison. Inspiration. I would just stop here. I thought that this one was going to be awesome because it was shouting out somebody, but it was about finding inspiration through other motorcycle riders, motovloggers, all the other stuff. I wanted that one to do well, and I really wanted the YouTube channel one. Where's that one? Where I said everybody should have a YouTube channel. I mentioned this the other day, other live. But I said, like, everybody, I was like, doesn't matter, subscribers doesn't matter. Dude, this was, what episode, 116? Like, I've gone up 7 subscribers in, like, I guess that's like 2 months, you know? And it is what it is. Like, I'm not doing shorts. I'm not going down that rabbit hole again. But, like, I wanted this video to do well. I didn't care about the views, the watch hours, or anything like that. I just wanted people, I wanted to get the message out. So, Lucky, when you say, like, you thought, like, something was going to do well, man, I thought this was going to do well for a different reason. And, man, it got, like, I don't even know. I don't know if it cracked 100. But I was so disappointed that, because it's such a cool idea, like, and not to brag, but I really love that idea that page 38, that's my number, 3883, boom. Anyways, easily distracted. But everybody filming, and whether it's private or public, just record. I said that 3 times fast. I can't even. Anyway, yeah. So it's just like, I guess the more you plug away at it, it's just funny how it works out. It's just, I mean, this is me laughing all the time. That's me laughing. That video works all the time, or that picture. Okay, but yeah, I just treat them as lottery tickets. One day, maybe something will work. But I enjoy, I'm at the point now, Lucky and everybody here, and I've been like this for a while, but I'm not immune to, like, getting frustrated and everything. Like I said, maybe I'll have a YouTube rant live, and obviously everybody will know. So if you don't want to hear it, you obviously don't have to listen to me rant about it. But I make my 1,000 subscriber video and the post I did on Instagram, which I can't believe that thing was blurry. But if it is true, it's blurry. That's disappointing. But I was basically saying that I enjoy making these videos. The fact that y'all take your time, whether it's a live stream or the video releasing tomorrow, one person watches it, enjoys it, and gets entertainment or can resonate with it, or just, you know, enjoys listening to me, which is odd, but whatever it is, I'm gonna keep making them, and that's kind of the bottom line. It's not a job to me. If I ever got to the point where, I don't know, if I ever got to the point where I thought this was not going to go anywhere for, like, Project 2034, and as far as to, you know, kind of be a supplemental retirement or something down the road, I'd still make the videos. I may not make them weekly, but I would definitely make videos and stuff like that, just because I enjoy it. I mean, I'm definitely working towards a goal now, like a lot of people are, but at the same time, it's like, it's certainly not just about that. Happens to me as well. Yeah, Rascal, I'm telling you, you put a bunny, put your bunny on a short again. It's just funny. You can do that. Just have, like, your camera of a bunny, like my dog. I'm telling you, my best short I ever made when I made shorts was Macy eating a carrot. I got 19 subscribers. All right, let me catch up. Oh, here we go. Lucky says, there's a short video from 13 years ago about how to open a can of Coke, and it has 9.9 million views. I think we're all trying too hard. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's awesome. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. The first video on YouTube was at the San Diego Zoo, I think, and it was one of the creators of YouTube before they sold it to Google. It's a day at the zoo or something. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you made these videos like 10, 15 years ago, golly, man, we'd be riding. We would have the old school play buttons, the bigger ones, right? Have a gold one. All y'all's videos that you make. Let's see. TC Garage. If we follow trends, we'd all be sitting shirtless on our 1000cc sports bike at the gas station at night, making 10-second TikTok thirst traps, and probably raking in those sweet influencer dollars. Hey. I say I'm going to the gym, but I'm really going to the gas station down the street to get more monsters. Yeah. That's awesome, TC. Yeah. Dude. I'm over my time limit. It's funny. I don't have a time limit. I just try to respect y'all's time. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. there is a, I'm not gonna name the person, but there is a female motovlogger that I was watching, and I'll give you clues so y'all may know this person. But this female was traveling the country, and I found her probably like maybe 2 months ago, month and a half, and I was like, oh man, it's pretty cool. So she was doing her thing, and man, every video was just like jacket unzipped, everything pushed up, and it was just like, I don't know. Then the shorts, the YouTube shorts, and I know, whatever, man. I'm good. I'm happily married. I'm good. I just got to the point where I was like, man, this is just for me. I was just like, I'm good, man. I'm good. So I subscribed to her, and I unsubscribed to her. So, but yeah, that's it, man. You know what? It's working for her. So good on her. I don't know. I might utilize my assets and play Call of Duty on Twitch if I had that. Gosh. I'll leave that alone, I guess. I won't go any further than that. Lucky Ace says the upside is I have a rack for it. The downside is I'm a dude. Well, Lucky, you know what? There's some other people out there that would pay for that. That's funny. This is when I always say, like, where's my community post? We're at that part of the we've been there. Let's see. This button. Let's see. Oh, South Oz, I gotta pull that up. Post. Okay. Let's see. Read more. Here it is. So all the topics that we discuss, all these topics and whatever other shenanigans you all bring to the table. Well, this is a perfect example. That's so funny. Let's see. Where are we at? So your random tangents was what got me subscribing and watching regularly. Because that's how my brain works too. Yeah, we've actually Whiskers. We've had some comments going back and forth about that. That's funny. I appreciate it. Yeah, I am who I am. No doubt about it. That's the other thing with YouTube, man. I always like that from the get go. Just having fun with it and being myself. It's too hard to play a role, I guess, or a character. And for me, the character would have been somebody that was too serious. I actually tried to do that. I was trying to do. I was gonna do like Uber Eats on because I've done it on the channel before, but I was gonna try to do some Uber Eats and some other stuff, kind of like a hustle channel where I was doing like small jobs and stuff. Because I thought at the time I was watching people like kind of do like little hustle jobs and make a little extra cash and use that cash to build up to buy. I don't know what I was gonna do. Maybe a motorcycle or something. And I started the video out where I was trying to be serious, and I swear to you, like 15 seconds into the video where I was just talking to the camera, I totally just like started talking about something completely different and joking about something. And I left it in, and I was like, well, I was actually going to be serious on this channel, but I didn't. That's a true story. All right, where are we at? Almost done here. Let's see. Yeah, I knew of all people, Lucky. You're allowed to say it, though. Yeah, where would you find that? It's disgusting. Yeah, my conversation of subscribing and unsubscribing. Asking for a friend, yeah. So I can avoid such inappropriate imagery. That's funny. Golly, man. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I can appreciate things, but at the same time, dude, it was just, maybe it's kind of the mood I was in with YouTube. And I was just kind of like frustrated or something. And I was like, this person, and exactly that, you can go to the gas station, do a TikTok dance or something, and do like, I don't know, maybe it's a young man's game, young lady's game or something. I don't know. But, I don't know, I left it alone. Unsubscribe, that's it. Will you be doing a live stream, a Halloween live stream? Are you asking me, Rascal? If you are, let's see. I don't even know if I'm working Halloween. Cool thing is I have my schedule forever. As long as I don't get transferred to another shift, I'm working. It's actually my dad's birthday, Halloween. At work. Oh, okay. That's actually. So, that's my 3-day break. So Halloween is on a Friday. I won't be obviously streaming then, but that Wednesday, the 29th, actually will be a scheduled live stream. So that's pretty cool. A couple days before. All right. I think that's about it. Got that. Going live. So just summarize the biggest topic. I want to pop in live. It won't be. I'll either do the just impromptu live, and if people show up, they show up. But it's just like a 30-minute timer. Whiskers. I was talking about that. Let's go back to here. Not to watch the playback because that'd take too long. But basically, I was going to do live stream. Where are you? I'm looking at doing more lives to get better at lives, the technology portion of it. So I will have little mini streams instead of these. Every third Wednesday will be one that's scheduled, and it'll be. I'll have a community post notification that I'll be going live in a day and a half, 2 days in advance. But these little impromptu lives, I'm just gonna have like a 30-minute timer to keep myself somewhat on topic as far as time. And once I get to 0, I'll finish my conversation, what I'm saying, and then that'll be it. And it'll be all hours because I'm up all hours of the night, all hours during the day. I mentioned before when I used to release the midnight, since you're in Australia, at midnight I might pop up and just go live for 30 minutes, working on a thumbnail, working on editing something, or just kind of talking about something, cruising Facebook Marketplace. You're just having a casual conversation for 30 minutes, and it's midday for y'all over in Australia, so that's kind of cool. And I mean, it might be 3 in the morning, who knows? But that's kind of one of the things I wanted to do. That was the biggest topic today, other than going over comments and the past videos. But that's it. I'm 29 over. That's not bad. This is the longest stream, 2.5 hours. I could go on way more, but I try to keep it at 2 hours. But you guys are the reason why I'm able to do it. Otherwise, I would go through everything. If nobody showed up, I'm always going to thank you. So if you don't want to hear it, you got to leave now. If nobody showed up, I would still go through everything I want to go through, just like I will my 30-minute live timer. But instead of 2 hours or 2.5 hours at this point, it would be, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I'd be able to go over everything, 25, 30 minutes max. And then I'd be out, and I'd be perfectly fine. I respect y'all's time. Like, I'm still almost at a loss of words for how I feel about the community here. And it's neat seeing new people coming into the channel as far as the comments and some of these videos. But y'all, the people that are here now and the people that have been here in the past streams and that regularly show up, and I show up on their videos and comment and all that stuff. And it's a really, really cool thing that we got going on here with I say, if I say my community, I'm just saying based on my channel, but our community, as far as like, we've all kind of like, tangled up into like, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to get at. Basically, the motovlog community. It's really cool. It's really cool. I enjoy it. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to do the premiere or not, but the video comes out based on, I didn't even say what it was about. It is based on road rage. I just think what it was. It was road rage and I guess etiquette, and those thinking they're more important than others. And it's kind of in a story that my wife and I witnessed the other day going to dinner. And I'm going to work on a thumbnail, I guess, tonight, and it'll be up. I don't know if I'll do the premiere, but either way, it'll go up. It really doesn't matter. The premieres they're whatever. It was kind of cool, but I think I might do that down the road, maybe once in a while. But cool. 12:30 here at the moment, so the timing works for me. Yeah, exactly. And that's what. Yeah, 12. I got you. Yeah, because I know you're 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours, depending on as far. And you're in Sydney, I think, right? Pretty sure that's what you said. Camaraderie with all of us. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's cool. So I will talk to you all soon. I'll talk to you all on your channel. I'll talk to you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good things. I appreciate each and every one of you. Modi Ali's probably gonna he's probably gonna be here at the playback. He works nights, so he doesn't get a chance to be here always. It is, but hey, man, just like you, I just like everybody else. I appreciate you very much, and I know him and I go back and forth on Instagram too. All right, I got to ramble, or I keep rambling, so I got to go. Everybody have a good night, great night, stay safe, get rest, all that good stuff. I don't know. There's no outro. Enjoy the ride. I don't know. Enjoy the ride. Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Sydney. Yeah, Sydney, Australia. Yep. All right. Oh man, thumbs up. I'm gonna get next live. I'm gonna get it right. All right.